Oh,
Now you're good.
the magic. The magic. That's the magic welcome
Hey,
smoke,
everybody.
everybody. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to Shadows of Sybil. It's so weird still for me to intro this show because I've never introed this show until we were doing it here. It was always Maggie or EE, like different people introing it. Yeah, welcome to Shadows of Sybil, SOS season 3. And welcome new person for jumping in and diving in head first. You're jumping into the thick of it. You may miss some context on some things, but yeah, as Dot said, we encourage you to go check it out over on Roll Forward's YouTube channel. We've got 2 seasons there. It's good stuff. And yeah, Dot's hair is looking freaking sick.
I know,
Thanks,
looks
friends.
amazing today.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
I'm encouraged. Cyndi Lauper clearly inspired me today, but I could not bring
Love it.
myself to put dreads on it. I paid
No,
a lot
definitely
of money
not.
for my hair. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No,
How
it looks
dare you.
amazing.
How dare you? Yeah, it looks great. Absolutely. And I'm, it would work for Candy as well, I think.
It's funny. I actually think I wore this sweater for Candy.
Exactly. It makes sense.
So-
That makes sense for sure. Yeah, so welcome back. We're excited to dive back in. As you can see, we are missing a bub. He will be gone for a few weeks, but fear not, he will return. And his adventures with Layla, whatever they may be, will be we'll get to peek into that for a little bit as we normally would. Do a little bit of a flashback for that so you guys get informed. But it doesn't mean we won't have guests. Today is just a girls' night, and we know every single time that's happened, it's been peaceful. Good things have happened, and Chicago was better off for it. So I expect nothing more than the same thing tonight. And yeah, you'll be seeing some familiar faces over the next few weeks, including a couple of returning ones who are reassuming certain roles. I'm excited to just bring them back onto the show and see them get to re-inhabit characters we haven't seen in 2 years plus. If you're enjoying the show or you're curious about the show, or maybe you jump in later, if you want to watch the show, the VODs here are available immediately to any subscribers, as well as subscribing and bits all go directly toward SOS and supporting us as a cast, as this isn't a Pod by Night production. This is more of a Roll For It thing that we're just streaming on our channel. So big shout out to Roll For It for letting us do that, as well as going over to their YouTube to see all their seasons and past stuff that's happened for this channel as well. And if you enjoy this and just want more vampire with most of us in it, you can go check out our other major stuff, which is under the Pod by Night world and everywhere on streaming and YouTube, where we've got more vampire there with Stitch of Fate, with 3 seasons of Stitch of Fate, 1 season of Cracked Crown, and then a couple of mini shows in there, a Hunter 5e one with like 4 episodes, and a vampire one that is Anarch focused that has a 4 episode run as well. And it's all, it's all fun stuff to watch. You can watch any of those side shows completely on their own if you want to just get a taste for how things go. And yeah, that's all the freaking we may be doing the most vampire content of any creator out there now that I think about it.
Yeah.
I'm literally
Lots of
thinking,
it.
I'm like, I don't know if there's any other.
I was about to say the only other people I can think of are maybe Gehenna Gaming. They like to do a lot. And what is it?
That's true.
Vancouver by Night. I think they do a lot of vampire, but they're branching out into other things too. So if you
Yeah.
need your vampire fix, it is always here on Pod by
Yeah.
Night.
We love the world of darkness and vampire. We will always be indulging in some fashion. Yeah, if you guys want to support us in other ways and support our broader range of shows, you can do that over at patreon.com/podbynight, where you get a bunch of just back end cool extras. After every show, we do an after show, and you get that audio of that at the $5 tier and video at the $10 tier. And we also have like higher tier stuff where you can join a community game that's part of the Pod by Night universe. And there's like a whole factions, and there's a whole Vera character, Dot's character Vera held like a whole day text RP party in the private rooms with all of the player characters, and it was just really a really cool thing to see happen.
I even made an invitation. There's like a legitimate digital invitation everybody got. It was very fun.
Yeah,
nobody trusts Vera.
I wonder why. Nobody in the city who's been here for years.
Come to this empty house. Here's a fancy invitation. It's all going to be okay. You're not allowed to use your powers. I'm definitely not manipulating you in any way.
And you got gifts out of it too.
I did.
Even better.
We got gifts. I got some pretty gifts out of it. Somebody gave me blood-infused vodka for Vera, which I thought was a very personal gift. I think Vera got she got a fancy writing pen from our literary friends, and I think she got like a glass rose or some kind of like cast rose or something. So Vera got spoiled. Don't think she did not take note of who spoiled her. She is a Toreador after all. So
did the Bruja promise you a punch in the face or anything?
Oh, there was a lot of like, what do you really want? And Vera's like, I really want to get the fuck out of Gary. Like, I'm not lying about like that. That is actually my goal right now. I just want to get out of here. And if we all work together, I can get out faster and you can get what you want. And everybody was like, I don't know. That's kind of sus.
I don't know if I trust you.
So anyways,
that's fair. So, typical vampire.
Yeah, typical vampire bullshit. But it was fun to get to do it in like a text way with everybody because I've never done text RP and getting to watch. Yeah, I've always played it on tabletop, and so getting to watch the community because I get the great joy of reading all of your posts, so I can like go back and read everybody's text RP, and it's some really cool stuff in there. It's a cool group to join.
Yeah, they got some really neat characters and. There's little Easter eggs throughout the show to show like they are in the background. They do exist out there. They're not like these side thing in a pocket universe. They are in the background as part of this VTM campaign. It's really awesome. But that's not what we're playing today. Today, we are playing Shadows of Sybil. And we ended last week with a couple of big, I call them cliffhangers, I suppose. But with one particular, Miss Ava Heloise, has a meeting with someone she hasn't seen. I don't know. Do you remember the last meeting you had with Bella?
I haven't had a meeting. Like, I feel like the last
personal face-to-face in her office.
Yeah. A very long time ago.
It was early in season 2. And the last time we've laid eyes on Bella was at the Elysium.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the last time I remember seeing her. We haven't seen her since that Elysium where things shifted a lot in Chicago.
Life for everybody changed quite a bit.
No, we haven't had personal meetings with her in quite some time.
Well, we'll see what she wants out of you, I guess. So last thing to shill then. Hey, Discord, if you want to chat with us or talk about our shows with other viewers, our Discord link just got popped up in the chat. It is a free thing to join. You don't have to be part of the Discord, part of the Patreon to jump in. There's like 600 members, which is nuts to me. That are in there, so you can go chat with a bunch of people. And if you are part of the Patreon, there are some special rooms you can get into as well. And thank you, Grizzly, again. Always gift bombing out here.
Thank you.
I will say I'm sad. I tried really hard to get us a sandwich emote for Ava's moment today.
Oh yeah,
I tried real hard. They haven't approved it yet, everybody. So you have to poke. But just know we are slowly rolling out new emotes every week for our subscribers. So
and I imagine we have a ton of slots now.
We have a ton of slots now. So I'm slowly like every time we think of a new thing we want to emote, instead of just dumping 20 new emotes on you, I'm like rolling them out.
Give them something to look forward to. Don't do the Netflix version of dump it all at once.
Yeah, sorry.
And then cancel the show. So yeah, that's okay. I think that's it. that's everything that we need to be pushing. I'm excited just to jump in. So if you ladies are all set, we can. Good? All right.
Ready to go.
And without further ado, let's set the scene, rein things in, and see what part of our coterie is up to. Before we see anything, the first noise that we hear is the ding of a bell as golden doors roll to your left and your right. And as they slide open, the camera fades in and we see Ava Heloise standing within the tiled elevator, polished to leave no mark, shining in every direction, standing there. Before you, Ava, as our camera slowly pans in and swings behind you, we see the familiar, rich mahogany double doors with the golden handles, and a new addition, it seems. On the right-hand door is an etched into the wood rose with 2 petals slowly falling, or they look to be slowly falling as petals typically do. And on the left, there's a piece of paper taped with what seems to be painting tape. Something in the works, something underneath, but you cannot tell. As as Ava takes it in, do you leave the elevator, or more importantly, is Ava outwardly concerned right now? Inwardly, perhaps, but is there any show? Is she able to maintain her composure? Do you think she would have a difficulty maintaining her composure?
I think at this point, she's good and is able to maintain her composure at this time.
And let us know, what is Ava wearing? I know it's probably whatever it was from last episode, but I forget. And if you forget, you get a chance to make up a new outfit.
Ava
Maybe you
is
stopped by her apartment and changed.
Yeah, I mean, she is there. Ava is wearing long black decorative pants. They have a embroidery on the side, and they go to flare out a little bit at the bottom. And she wears a high-heeled boot with them. The boot goes under the pants, and a top that is a red corset-like top, with also embroidery on the sides. It's a embroidery of different roses, in green and red on the sides and all along the top of this corset. She wears a beautiful necklace and a long jacket on top of it. Her hair is tied back as usual. She wears a headband in the back of her head, and she walks in.
As she steps forward and presses the button down on the double doors and swings them toward her, what you see is another familiar sight, one that hasn't changed an inch the last time you walked through into this office, however many years ago it's been. A large, rich wooden desk that sits at the far end up against a huge window of glass that looks out into Chicago's skyline. The personal guards that are sat on each side in a perfectly fit suit, dark sunglasses, and at a complete rest, staring forward without even taking a moment to glance at who was even walking through the double doors. As you step through and see the paintings hung in their luxurious spots and their gorgeous frames alone could be worth works of art worth thousands. There you see her, behind the desk, back to you in a tight red dress that accentuates every curve. Her hair in a tight little bun at the very top. And in her right hand, between her index and middle finger, a glass of wine. As the door is shut behind you, you see her gently swirl it before she brings it to her lips and drinks. But doesn't turn to face you nor say anything. Wits awareness, please.
As always.
I'm glad you remember.
All right, rolling.
Tell me what you rolled, because I just loaded in.
3 successes.
3 successes. And Ava's eyes are trained at this point. Having dealt with Bella for as long as she has, you do see the shadow move. Nearly half a second behind her actual movements. The glass of wine is sipped from before she brings it back down and reaches behind her, elegantly placing it onto the wooden desk. And again, she says nothing. Does Vera say anything? Vera. Sorry, y'all.
Love that.
Vera just shows up. Hey, what's up? I don't think Vera would she would probably just try and kill the person. I will say, sorry. Shit, dude. Ava is what I just forget the sentence I was saying. I forget what the sentence I was saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Would Ava say anything? That's all I was.
She would give her usual pleasantries to the prince, as one should, and a polite bow and my prince.
It has been a couple of years. Can I get an intelligence etiquette roll?
If I remember,
I'm sure you know your basics, but
yes. Again, for me, everybody, it's been a while since I played VTM. Okay.
Give me an intelligence etiquette roll.
There it is. Okay. For me, it's been a while. Let's roll.
Well, you 4 successes, and without skipping a beat, Ava is able to take a deep bow. The words "my prince" fall from her lips. You can hear the clacking of heels on the tile floor as she pulls her leg back in that deep bow, and you hold the position just for a few moments, looking at the ground before rising back up to meet her. And as you do, her back is no longer to you, but instead she faces you with a polite smile as she gestures to the other glass of wine that in this moment you only realize is there now.
I will take the glass very delicately.
As you do so, she picks up hers as well and raises it. And before you say anything, she just smiles with a slightly toothy grin before simply saying, "To rekindling older friendships."
What an occasion, indeed. And she raises
Do
her
you
glass.
blush of life as you to imbibe the wine?
Yes, for this I shall.
As it is not blood, it is wine.
Where is my rouse?
Perfect. You do not get any hungrier. As you can feel the warmth return to your fingertips, the cool glass now actually feeling cool in your hand. And as your older organs kick to life, just enough to hold wine down for a few hours. And Ava, in tandem with Bella, drink. She stares at you for a while, smiling, and then gestures for you to take a seat.
I would stare back in that Ava obviously always is changing her hair, her style, her look. I just want to see if her appearance, her stature, anything about Prince Bella has changed.
Make a wits insight check.
Yes. Where are you? Insight. Here it is. Wits insight.
You may re-roll one of those if you choose to, but 2 successes is what is considered normal difficulty.
I'll keep it at that.
And so as you examine her, the way she holds herself, the way those few words that have even fallen out of her lips, what the cadence they took, for the most part, it seems to be Bella, or at the very least, a facsimile of her that is indistinguishable from her actual self.
Okay.
And you take a seat?
With that, I take a seat.
And as you take a seat, she in turn does as well on the other side and reaches for the glass that she placed on the table, or rather reaches forward and places the glass on the table. And she kind of cocks her head to the side just a tiny bit, relaxes her shoulders, and maintaining that smile, she says, "It has been too long. Please regale me with tales of your unlife. There was a time where you and I had worked rather closely together and we knew each other rather intimately. I miss those days. I feel I've lost touch with the younger generation. How are you? How are things?"
Things have been, quite honestly, the best they have been in all of the years that you have known me. Things, my social life, my place with the roses has been stronger than it's ever been.
She smiles and she leans in on that a little bit. "Yes, I've heard that you and Nero have been spending a bit of time together. You must be a very special girl. He is not one to hand out his free time so willingly to anyone."
Well, I do enjoy his company as well.
She pulls herself back. You can hear the chair creak a little bit under as she brings up her leg to cross over her other. "Is that all then? You've just insinuated within you've embedded yourself rather within the garden and have grown close to Nero over these past few months? I've heard there's been a few shows held at a theater that you have some partial ownership in."
Oh, yes. I have been quite busy with the coterie as well. Our investments have been growing.
How are the loud ones? How is Dakota?
Dakota's doing quite well for herself as well. She's been making her own way. All three of us have, truly. This is many times in the past we've had to work together, and we still do, of course, but now we have a bit of our own things that we work on individually, and we are able and capable to handle that. And Dakota has been going to school. She's been making her own friends and her own circle. So she's been doing well as well.
I'm genuinely happy to hear that. She was a valuable asset to the Camarilla.
And we all still are.
She smiles and says, I truly hope you mean that. You know, what Dakota's mentioned, it brings so many thoughts to my mind. But the one I think I should convey is she really did care for Dakota. Deeply. She may have been ill-guided in her attempts to tame the pup. But at the core, there was, I dare not call it love, it's not. But there was a fondness of her. I hope Dakota knows that. She deserves to.
I'll let her know. Ava looks a little unsettled when she starts talking like this, when she says she cared for Dakota.
As visual becomes visually more upset, there's not a change in Bella's form.
Yeah.
She simply says, I thought we were going to drop all pretenses. Let the truth be what it may between us. Bella is not the right fit. Her ambitions were unfortunately a bit too personal. She got greedy and ambitious, and I didn't want to have to move her out the way, but so be it. And you, my dear, it has been a long time since I've been able to even feel you. Whatever Saito did, it worked, as far as I'm aware. Annoying, but stupid things are done for love every day.
Well, don't have to worry about him anymore.
No, we do not. But our conversations between us were the most honest conversations I've ever had. And it's a shame that plans had to be changed because of Saito's actions. I'm sure you may have been uncertain or concerned about what it was that was in store for you. It no longer matters. At least not to that degree. Well, I feel I have lost my otai. I still find a role for you. My generous heart. I see myself in you in many ways. You have the gift of sight, do you not?
I do. Yes.
You've been being watched for some time, Ava.
I have.
Do you remember your photography hobby? One that you indulged in much more often when you were a living, breathing kind.
Of course.
And do you remember those photos that you took? For one reason or another, never seemed to be in focus. Strange and random as the rest around them seemed fine. But there were a few that blurred and seemed to not make any sense for what you were snapping for. Do you remember those?
Yes, it was
frustrating.
Yes.
It's because it wasn't a technical default. You were like I once was. Sybil is not. It is now, perhaps, my name. But it was more of my title. When I was alive, I was a seer like you. And he sought to exploit that. Regardless, while I had intended for you to take my place, I wish to offer you something in its place. Bella can still be useful. Bella isn't detached. In fact, she's at the very root of everything, at least for right now. So, Bella will be my Otai. And you, I would like to bear my shadow.
What? What does that mean?
Dakota delivered a box to Bella many years ago. That box contained the very essence that attached me to Bella. Bella was of her own mind and own will. It was until I found she was having selfish plans that more direct control needed to be asserted in it. I gave her plenty of opportunity not to. And don't worry. What Saito did to you, I will be shielded from your mind. But I would like you to bear Bella's burden.
I do. What does that mean for me? What will I become?
You will still be you. When the time comes, you will perform an incredibly important action. But for now, that cannot be spoken.
You know, something you always told me about was the fact that you didn't have a choice in many things.
No, my life was taken from me, as was yours by your brother.
Yes. Would I have a choice in this? Or are you going to make me do this?
But I made you do anything. If you decide not to, you may walk through those doors. I merely wish to offer you one last opportunity to usher Chicago into its rightful place. But if you choose to walk away, I warn you, do not stand in my way. I will not be so merciful the second time. You're a powerful woman. Many don't see that. I always did. I will just make you more powerful. Everything is said and done, perhaps you can sit yourself at the seat of Chicago in Bella's place.
As a prince,
the council will back you.
I see.
How does Ava physically look right now?
She's unsettled now. She walked into this meeting feeling composed, but now she sits up and sits back as far back into the chair as she can, holding the wine, her hand twitching at every word that Sybil says. And Mathis, I need to ask you.
Yeah.
I need just some clarification on this, on this decision.
Sure.
She's offering me to take Bella's place. Basically.
Yes, you would take the shadow that Bella has, and then when everything is done, whatever it is she has planned, you would sit in the princedom's seat, implying Bella would be gone.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you want to take a real world 5 minutes and think?
This is a big decision.
It is a huge decision, and I'm not going to let you take a night. She's not going to let you leave. It's a now or never.
It is a now or never decision.
So if you need a 5-minuter, take a 5-minuter, chat with Dot, figure it out. And
I think I do need to take some time. This is a huge decision for my character.
I know. Welcome to the final season, everybody. Yeah. All right, we will be back in 5 minutes. Ava needs to take a mental 5-minute break.
Send me your energy, chat. Send me your energy right now.
And we'll see what you decide when you return. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's time. So conversations were had. It was fun to listen to them speak and the like, and there was a lot. So we're just going to leave it there and say the camera fades back in with a profile shot of the two of them way off to the side and be able to see the two of them facing each other. And just before Ava speaks, the camera smash zooms. How does she reply?
Sybil. This is the first time Ava has addressed her as that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What you offer me, it is a new chance for me. And it's still to this day always makes me wonder what it is that you saw in me and what you see in me. I know that there are similarities, but I won't let you down. What you are offering me, I will take it.
She places the wine glass back down on the table, smiles politely at you, and said, I had dreamed you would say yes, and I am glad to see that that's coming true. She bends down and you hear a drawer roll open on the desk as she pulls something. You hear a solid object scrape up against the wood as she slides it forward. And as she pulls both of her hands up and she sits upright, you see a box. The one that Dakota had brought since the end of season 1. She places it on the table, spins it over, and pushes it forward gently.
Ava stares at the box. She remembers the things that we went through to get it. She remembers the things 10 plus years ago and where she was at that time and where she is now. How different of a kindred she is. How much has changed. Her outlook on herself, on this city, on everything has changed so much. She leans toward the box and grabs it. And she opens it.
As she opens the box, perhaps she expects a gush of wind, a swirling of spirits and chaos, like Indiana Jones. But instead, what you see on the inside is a plain stone dagger. It has a plain stone hilt. It is slightly curved, and there are some faded, very, very faded etchings that you cannot quite make out without time and maybe study. As you see the dagger, do you pick it up? Do you look confused?
I pick the dagger up and hold it in my hand.
As you hold it in your hand and place the box back down, she says, you are going to need to thrust that into my heart. Afterward, you will need to thrust it into your own. Should you only thrust it into Bella's and no other, you will both die, as your deed will be attached to her blood.
Ava, her hands still twitching and shaking.
Bella stands up, chair scraping against the floor as she strides elegantly around the table. And don't you worry, Bella will be okay, and she will rule from the throne tomorrow eve as though nothing has changed. She knows her place, and she will serve. After she says such, she slowly loosens her dress and bares her chest entirely. When you are ready.
Ava stands up. And at first it's uneasy. Again, she wobbles a little bit and shakes in fear. But she takes a moment. She closes her eyes. She thinks again of Saito, of Cammy, of everybody. She just thinks about all the things that she's been through. And she just takes that and takes this dagger and just pierces it into Sybil.
Is it like an
Bella.
Elegant pierce, or is it like a aggressive, like almost
it's a
careless one?
It's aggressive.
Does she scream? Does she make noise? Or does she?
I think she does. In thinking about all of these things, she just
okay.
She
last
just
question then. Do you think she's on the verge of an anger frenzy, a fury frenzy?
I think so, because
make me a frenzy roll, please.
Everything. Remind me again how I do that.
Is there a frenzy resist? There's a resist frenzy under willpower.
Oh, there it is.
I believe. See it. Wow. 3 successes, and that just rolls. Yeah. Dang. Okay. And so as you scream, lunging forward with the dagger, you feel the beast rouse. It claws at your rib cage all the way up your throat, urging to just let it free. It'll end all of this for you now. The torment, the memories, vengeance is at your hands. Just let me free. But Ava knows better. And as it's wanting to, you resist, swallow it as the dagger pierces flesh, cracking of bone underneath as it slides between the rib cages. And Bella's body goes rigid, her hands thrust out by her side, her head snaps looking upward, and you can hear what sounds like a whisper. But that whisper quickly grows into a cacophony of voices that cannot be contained. They echo through the room, emanating out of the throat of Bella. And as quickly as they come, they silence. And as you slide the dagger out, Bella falls into torpor.
And then I look down at her for a moment in this sad state that she's in. I think back to many things. The punishments she's done to me and my brother. And my entire coterie, to Dakota, even to Ollie. But I go ahead and do the same thing to myself.
Do you think she will need to make like a willpower roll to do this? Do you think she's like hesitant at all? Is
yeah,
she, like, worried?
That shit's hard. Yeah, I don't think she'd be able to.
It's a resolve composure check.
Yeah. Trying to stab yourself?
Yeah.
That's, resolve.
You can add, if you would like to, you can always rouse first and add 2d10 to that.
I think I'm going to.
Okay, go ahead and rouse first. You get hungrier, you get 3.
Okay. And then I will resolve composure and I add 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, 4 successes.
Oof.
And maybe there is a moment of hesitation, that first half an inch of actual movement of the dagger, but you have been through hell and back more times than you can remember. And with that thought, your resolve is steeled, and you move without hesitation and thrust the dagger into your own chest. There's that chaos of sound before everything blacks out. I need you to take me 3 aggravated damage. I also need you to drop 1 humanity.
Oh my God. Oh, shit. All right.
Just because you drop a humanity does not mean that Ava has not gone through the experiences of the past, does not care about the coterie or their motivations. You're not a monster. Yeah, 4 humanity was rough in season 1 when you were a new, kindred, but 4 humanity is still, it's not great, but you're still you. You just matter very, very, very little. Nothing more than that. And you already kind of treat kind like that.
I do, yeah.
Regardless, as you black out, the voices utterly cease. The next moment, your eyes open, and you are laying on the ground where you once stood in the office, her room. As you rise to your feet, you still see Bella laying on the floor. Do you try to wait for Bella to heal out of curiosity? Like, she's not dusting in front of you, so you know she's not dead.
I suppose I would wait a little while.
There would be a few moments before there is movement in her body again, as she slowly picks herself up and rises to her feet. Her eyes slowly rise to meet yours before she quickly simply takes a knee. She stands after a few moments of bowing and walks to her seat where she clutches at her wound. That'll be all tonight, Miss Heloise. I have business to tend to.
Of course. Until next time.
Until next time.
Sybil.
She shakes her head. No, Bella.
Of course.
And you watch her face, pained, and you believe her. She's not acting or speaking like Sybil, even a recent facsimile of her. You think maybe, finally, after years, it is Bella again. Ava leaves.
Ava leaves.
You stride out the front doors. The elevator seems waiting for you. And as you glide in and hit the ground floor button, we have a nice close-up of your face. How do you look? Are you looking concerned, stoic?
Do I have a
mark? You still have a wound under your dress.
Ava she just is holding her chest as well and just rubbing against it and just kind of trying, like, almost not, she's not going to use any of her powers, but trying to feel this wound. And
sure. It is a deep wound that burns more than any dagger or pointed weapon stab should. And it's, while you can heal, you can make an attempt once by rousing the blood to heal. It's going to take multiple nights before the wound is taken care of. But you can bandage it in your apartment and change clothing.
Ava's going to be wearing non-low-cut shirts for the rest of, and she's going to try to cover this wound. So she goes up to her room and spends some time there.
But as our camera looks at you in the elevator, so you look kind of look down at your wound and concerned.
She just looks at her wound and she's just shaking her head.
And as we see her shaking her head, the elevator doors roll shut. And as they clamor shut, everything goes quiet. Until we pick up the next night. Everyone rouse check, please. You need to make me 2 rouse checks, one for aggravated healing that happens automatically and one for waking up.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, you're hungry, you're at 4. You're at 5 hunger. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If you fail any hunger check at all, you're into a hunger torpor.
Oops.
Oh my god.
And the only thing you can think about, the only thing dominating your mind is the beast's need to feed. And it is, the beast will not relent until you do so.
Okay, so I need to do it twice. Is that what you said?
No, only Ava has to do it twice because she had to heal an aggravated wound.
Okay, well, I did get hungrier. I'm getting a little hungry myself.
Well, the first thing we need to do is, Ava, you're going to go feed, correct?
Yeah.
Where are you going to go to the rack where, you kind of have your specialty, but you're like, it's hard for you to even maintain a straight thought. Ava, if Dakota was even like met Ava up tonight, Ava would not seem like Ava at all. She would just be very close to just being.
Aren't you at the tower? Doesn't the tower have?
I was gonna say.
They would have. They could deliver a blood doll to you.
I'm actually. We'll just do that today.
Ava can I get room service?
I'm door dashing. Yeah.
I need you to make me another resist hunger frenzy check as you taste blood.
So
I need to check. I think the difficulty is 3. Let me check though.
Oh shit.
That definitely won't beat it no matter what the difficulty is. Can you re-roll frenzy checks? I don't think you can because they're willpower checks.
Yep.
Shit.
Okay. It's quite simple. You kill her. You drain her completely dry. Every last drop. No, you're going to gain a stain.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You would just make the stain roll later.
Yeah.
Because they're your humanity 4.
Yeah.
Who cares? And it's a hunger frenzy, so the beast is kind of in control. You will sate all 5 boxes as you are imbibing the soul of the mortal as well.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Would you both head to the Lights Out pub on this evening as you typically do to meet?
Yeah, maybe I might grab a bite to eat in an alleyway or some
drunk please
asshole.
Make me your what do you use for your hunting again?
It is that's a great question. I think you know what, this is why I have things. Let me hit because I'm the alley cat. I believe that it is a why didn't it find it?
Also, just so you know, Ava, the tower has built-in cleaning services to take care of any accidental messes. However, the mess is noted by the front desk.
Oh, noted.
Shit. Katie's like noted.
Yeah, really. Yeah, no, really.
I guess it doesn't. Does it say feeding robbery, lose 1 dot, 3 contacts, gain 1 dot? It doesn't tell me. How does it not tell me?
What is the name of the?
I use Alley Cat.
So I think it's just a strength brawl.
Yes, right? You are correct. Yes. Okay. So just a strength brawl, and obviously I'm gonna pick a dude because.
Yeah, absolutely.
Prey exclusion.
A dude who's probably just being a jerk and catcalling everybody and
like
just drinking obnoxiously.
On the street.
Yeah.
Easy target.
Easy target. Make me a roll.
And you know what? I'm gonna add my grappling because that's what I do. I only got 2 successes. Not very good for me, but
But 2 successes for just a normal feeding attempt is fine, especially in your own domain where you're not going against any other kindred that are poaching. So you're fine. And you're able to feed down to, what is your hunger at?
It was at 3. I just need 2 dots.
Okay, so you're going to leave him kind of close to the state of unconscious.
And I'm going to take his cash.
Oh, right, you're robbing. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm broke right now, so I'm going to
What's your humanity at, out of curiosity?
I feel like it's actually, I think it's a 6 right now.
If it's a 6, I think robbery's fine. I won't incur a stain.
I'm not gonna
I'm trying to be more mindful of the stains now.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily like beating him up. I will double check that for you.
Yeah, so you both feed absolutely fine. He has like a $7 on him, a 5 and 2 1. So it's like all he has on him. And you quickly see, as well as you pop his wallet open, like 4 scratch off lotto tickets that all are if you look at them, only one is a winner and it's $5. The other 3 are just losses. Do you take those 2 or no?
Yeah, I take everything. Leave his license and his credit cards. I don't need any of that fancy shit. But like if it's a lotto ticket, hell yeah, I'll scratch the lotto ticket on my skateboard on the way to the pub.
Well, they're already all scratched off. One is a $5 winner and the other 3 were failures, and you're not sure why he was even keeping them in his wallet in the first place. But one of them has a $5 payout.
Okay, well, I'll take the $5 payout. He can
you can go
give
it to a Quick
for whatever
Mart.
Reason he originally wanted them for.
Yeah. You go to the Quick Mart, you get cash in, take the $5, and now you have, instead of $7, 12.
Hey, $12.
Eventually, the 2 of you would make your way to the Lights Out pub, I imagine. In fact, Dakota would probably be there first, as there's the hunger frenzy and all that stuff is kind of being taken care of. And as you swing into the bar, Ollie is not there to greet you. It's a typical kind of just chill crowd early in the evening. And in the back, you actually see Grant. He is both seemingly serving and cooking. And he doesn't even notice you open the door. He doesn't even notice you.
Where's Artie?
Oh, Artie. That's right. Artie's around. He's not serving.
I was about to
serving is below.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's below him. He already cleans tables. That's already demeaning enough.
Okay, I come in and kind of like know the atmosphere or whatever. And I mean, I'm Dakota, so I can go where I want to in this place. So I swing around to the kitchen door, like bang it open.
As you pop it open, Grant snaps over. What the fuck? Oh, hey, Red. Oh God, man. All right, I'm real busy.
Clearly, where's the help?
Well, our waitress is dealing with mental trauma, and I figured you knew where Ollie was. You would be helping me.
I know where Ollie is.
Because he left last night. he starts kind of flipping a burger. Order up, fuck, hang on, coming. And he's like, hang on. Hey, buddy, I'm coming. And he like quickly pushes past you, has a bottle of water that was already waiting. He hurries over to some dude at the bar who's like, I've never had to wait this long for my food before. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Here, $5 off your next one. Here's a coupon. And he just grabs a sticky pad and he writes $5 off Grant. And then he just hands it to him. He's like, it's good here and only here. And he goes back into the kitchen. If you want to are you good at this? Do you want to help me out?
Am I good at what?
Serving, waitressing? Oh God. Okay. I thought you knew where he was. Sorry. He left last night.
I can open beer at the bar.
That's better than me opening beer at the bar. It'll take something off my back.
All right. Dakota's going to tend the bar. This is going to go well.
Excellent. Can I please get from Dakota a charisma, we'll say performance roll as she's trying to tend the bar?
You know what? I'm not spending any willpower on this because I don't actually give a fuck.
Yeah, of course.
So here you go. Have it. 1 of 2 dice.
You got a success. So I will say you're able to get people their beers on time without problem, but small talk ain't Dakota's thing. And most people don't leave you a big. Yeah, most people don't leave you a tip, but that's all right.
What? This is all the tip you're gonna leave. What are you even using it for? And I rake it into a jar, And
as you're raking in coins into a jar, that's when the front door will open. As the guy leaves grumbling to himself, Ava, kind of bustling by you, you will stride into, again, not a super busy night, but busy enough where Dakota's behind the bar serving and Dakota, you see Ava stride in.
I do not ask for wine. I am currently not charismatic enough to serve it.
Ava, before you can even say anything, Grant goes, Ava, have you ever waitressed in your life?
When I was 16.
Cool. Yeah, can you just help out? Thank you so much. This needs to go to table 12. Okay, look,
Grant,
table starts at the door. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have no help. Can you please just give me a hand?
Where's Ollie?
I don't know.
He's out on one of his things. Maybe it's like a sewer night or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Last night. Let's just get this done and then we'll talk. And so if you help, he'll quickly point out which table is which and try to guide you. And even if you're not great at it, well, you can give me a freaking Ava can give me a charisma persuasion.
I'm gonna be so mad if Ava gets tips.
Oh, I'm totally getting tips.
Oh crap! Yeah. Not only does Ava get tips because she rolled 4 successes, you get the lowest tip you get is 20%. You're getting 30 to 40% regularly.
What?
I look over to Dakota and I give her a wink.
Eventually, the crowd dies down before the 2 a.m. crowd will roll around in, which is a totally different atmosphere. But as it kind of piddles down to 1 or 2 tables, Grant, with sweating bullets, is just thank you, girls. I appreciate you so damn much.
This is the last time you will get anything like that from me.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Usually Ollie's helping me out tonight, and Haley is having, problems.
Right. What
yeah,
about?
Speaking of Ollie, I don't know where he went. I told him I was going downstairs to get him something, and then he said okay. But when I came back up, he was gone. So I figured you guys swung by and scooped him up for something.
He has not been scooped. Have you checked his room?
No. Why would I? I mean, I can, but I haven't.
Okay, just wait here. Dakota kind of goes down and around the hallway to Ollie's private room, which is kind of weird because we just don't knock on each other's bedroom doors, but or at least Ollie's anyways, because it's super secret. But Dakota's maybe something's wrong.
You've been in the room before though, and
I have. It's always just been very private and personal. Yeah. So Dakota does that awkward
knock,
knock.
No response.
And I check the door handle.
It is unlocked.
Oh man! I creak the door open I might see something I shouldn't. I'm like,
are you naked?
Yeah.
When you slowly creak open the door and take a look at his room, it looks fine, untouched. The bed, the bed that he sleeps on is made as he always has it made. His everything looks in its place especially from when you can remember. Do you go through it and see if he's anything's missing out of
I'm not gonna go through his stuff, but I'm okay, it doesn't look like there was a tussle. Nobody kidnapped
God, no. This does not look like there was a fight.
There was not a fight or anything like that. And his coat isn't on the front rack because I would have
right. The coat is missing. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I come back out and I'm like, he made his bed. His room's perfect. I don't know. He took his coat. Maybe he's just doing his thing. We should.
I guess we should just give him his space.
How about this, Grant? If Ollie comes through, have him reach out to us because I'm not waiting behind the bar anymore tonight.
Oh yeah, no, that's no problem. I should be fine. I'm gonna give Haley tonight as well, and then I'm gonna give her a call tomorrow and see if she's okay, and maybe we can, talk about it.
Ava and I were talking about maybe a new opportunity for Haley, a different atmosphere, a change of pace.
What do you mean?
Like, from fries and beer to wine and cheese.
You want us to have like a wine and cheese Wednesday?
No, I don't want Grant, I don't want you to do anything. I want to we have a movie theater on the other side of town, okay? And it has this fancy swanky wine and cheese place, or wine and cheesecake place.
I mean, you can tell her. I'll give her a call tomorrow and see if she's at least going to answer her phone.
Maybe have her drop by there and not here. If Ollie's missing, then
You think Ollie's missing?
I mean, I said if he is.
You just made my heart skip a beat right there. Don't say that kind of thing. If Ollie goes missing, then like anyone could go missing. That man can kill well.
Yes, he can. I mean, technically he is missing since we don't know where he is. Ava makes it worse. Let's not use that word.
Let's not use that word. All right. God damn.
Like Ollie's gone missing before, and sometimes he takes we don't see each other for weeks. So like, look, I'm not gonna get my knickers in a wad or whatever.
Of course.
Knickers in a wad.
Don't think too hard about it.
I'm trying not to. Knickers in a wad. Where did you pick that one up?
It's fine. Are
you wearing knickers? Is that what you call them?
What do you call them?
Underwear?
Okay, same difference.
Yeah, but like you're
knickers
not British.
Is like a fancy word. British. Okay, to the point. We're gonna have to get you some help. Until then, we either have to close the bar or we're gonna have to find some help. And I am not it.
Neither am I.
I agree to disagree on that, Ava. But no, Dakota, this ain't it for you.
What about that? We could ask the kid. Nelson. He was supposed to help out around a little bit.
It's true. Nelson.
Who's Nelson? I'm trying to remember who Nelson is. Who's Nelson? Did I meet Nelson?
That little kid, that younger kid. Ollie and I brought in the other night.
Oh, this.
He's living at the house.
Just call him Saito's kid. He doesn't. Anything that touched Saito, except for Ava, is probably cursed. So.
Well,
okay.
All right. Well,
so do we have Nelson's number?
No, but I know he's staying in one of Ollie's halfway houses down the road. So
I can give you his address. I know where he's being kept.
Can we just send word?
Can't you go get him, Grant?
Yeah, you go get him, Grant.
Are you gonna pay me?
I have exactly $2.36 in tips. It's yours.
I have approximately $70 in tips. So, all
right. Well, you can't say no to 70 extra bucks. All right. I'll go let him know. Have a good. Well, no, I got to come back and clean. I'll see you in a little bit. And he walks out, throwing his greasy apron under the freaking prep table behind him as he swings open the kitchen door and walks out the front door.
I turn the neon off for the on sign or whatever to make sure it's closed and check the door and lock it.
That electrical buzzing goes quiet as we hear the clack of the deadbolt.
So I guess it's just you and me tonight.
It's been a while.
It has.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, we could do our usual.
Does that include blowing something up?
It could.
Or...
all of the above now. I am due for a painted lady date.
Hey,
is Ava just staying very nonchalant, very calm right now? Is she having a hard time remaining calm?
She definitely looks off as she's saying this.
Is it obvious, or do you want her to make a wits insight?
You could make a wits insight.
Okay,
Dakota. She's talking like not excited, like it's a girl's night, but she's talking kind of more calm in demeanor. Like, what should we do tonight? And it does seem a little off.
I'll get 2.
All right. I would say with 2, then, if that's the way you phrased it, I would say that succeeds.
To be talking about blowing stuff up and having a girls' night out, you seem real chill about the whole thing.
Yeah. I think we need to have another talk about something.
Oh no, this isn't like a birds and bees kind of thing, right? Like we would have done that last time.
No. I'm sorry that every time I come to you, I feel as if there's something to talk about. I had a meeting last night.
Oh.
When I got back to the tower, I had a meeting with the prince.
Oh.
Unexpected, to say the least, as we haven't heard from her in a very, very long time.
Are you okay?
Ava just puts her head down.
Did she hurt you?
No.
Okay. Well, you're still here, so that has to bode well.
Dakota, I met not with Bella. I met with the sandwich, as you know.
I didn't even know there was a Bella left.
I did. Well, the sandwich offered me something last night, and...
Oh, Ava, what? What did she offer you?
Are you sitting? Dakota, have a seat.
Okay, I can be. I'll take to a stool.
Is Dakota like more and more visibly concerned?
Yeah, I think if I was a cat, the hairs on the back of my tail and neck would begin to start standing up. Like, where are you going with this?
There's no easy way to put this, and I made a decision, and I had to act on it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Sybil still cares about me in some twisted way.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure she does, okay?
She offered me the shadow.
What, like Peter Pan?
Think back, Dakota, to that night where we got the box.
Oh, Ava, you didn't. You did. You opened it, didn't you?
I opened
Wits
it.
awareness. I need your wits awareness only from Dakota.
Oh, now you're gonna have to wits awareness of me all the time.
Okay. I'm not panicked. You're panicked. Wits awareness. You know what? Wait a second. Let's see. What do I have here? I have. No, I won't be able to see it. Okay. Never mind. Let's do it. Let's wits awareness that. I got a bestial failure. Take that for what you will.
Perhaps it's just the panic, but you cannot tell if it's moving in tandem or not. In 1 second, it looks like it is. The next, it looks like it's not.
Cool. So
I have it now.
I pick up a napkin and I take a pen or something from a receipt and write can she hear us, or something to signify are we being listened to?
You have not once heard her voice, felt a thought or an urge. Truly, you felt nothing other than the pain and then being yourself again.
What Saito did, Dakota, to break that connection, that's still there. So no, I haven't heard from her.
So what, she's just riding piggyback?
As far as you understand too, it's not fully her. It's just a part of her. It's not all her.
It's just her shadow.
Okay, so she needs all the pieces.
She did this because when she gets what she wants, and I say that in a tone that I don't actually.
Yeah, it's obvious you're saying it in a sarcastic way.
When she gets what she wants,
okay,
I become the prince. I become Bella, what Bella was to be. And Bella becomes what I was to be.
Okay, so let's backtrack. Bella needs all the steps and all the pieces lined up perfectly. Originally, you were going to be this great big sacrifice to make sure that her plan could go through. Now you're telling me that you open
She's
the box,
reversed
the
the
shadow's
roles.
now on you, and Bella's going to get sacrificed?
Bella is the sacrifice now. The roles have been changed. I took that bargain.
I mean, it could be worse.
It could be worse. And I'm thankful to Saito for that.
Okay, so she can't really hear us. At least you believe. Thanks to Saito. I cannot believe I just said that. And what now?
What now?
You just kind of signed on with the sandwich, Ava. We've also kind of signed on with Jackson.
We go as planned. That's what happens next. But we have a little more insight on her now because she's connected to me in new ways.
Interesting undercover agent type shit.
She nods.
Okay, that's dope.
And I realize
she's gonna make you prince, which means that she believes, or either she's lying to you, that there will be something after whatever punishment she has planned for her sire.
Apparently, yes, she believes that there will be a world for us kindred after, and I will have that seat.
Any of you are welcome to make an intelligence occult roll. Hey, I don't think it's too bad for Ava. Ava has high intelligence.
I have high intelligence, just not.
And you have 1 dot in occult, I think.
Who knows?
Yeah, 2 successes.
Who knows?
You never know. You never know what you're gonna roll.
No.
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 Nothing. Other than Ava, your understanding, the very basic understanding of what you were, from last season, what you guys discussed, what you researched, just of refreshers that, for your character specifically, is that whatever you assume she's attempting something akin to like an eternal night or like the actions, your theories in the past kind of led you into that thought. And you simply know that if that's true, the rumors are it's simply that it'll just be nighttime forever. Like that's all you would know. Is like this means nighttime forever, which means we don't ever have to hide again.
It doesn't mean like
maybe
apocalypse or anything, right? It's just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
With 2 successes, no, it doesn't mean apocalypse as far as you are aware.
And with a 0, I think it means like.
And you don't, yeah.
Who the fuck knows? Like she could be talking like party into eternity. I don't know.
That world that she's ushering in for us, kindred, that eternal night. She thinks that, or she's told me that I now have a seat that Bella was to have of princedom.
This isn't really a bad thing because when, we're all done with the sandwich one way or the other and our plan goes through, you can hand that seat to Jackson.
I could. I still don't think we want what she wants, of course.
No, of course not. But in the end, still, if the plan is for you to be left standing, I can imagine there will be some residual power that can be passed along to where we want it to be. It's like handing the cards to Jackson, playing 2 hands at the poker table, if you would.
Yes. I know this is a risky move on my part, and I've always been the one to take those risky moves. I've always been the one willing to do what needs to be done to get done. I don't know how Ollie is going to take this when I tell him.
Ollie's not around right now, so...
I'm glad I was able to tell you first.
Me too.
In truth.
Usually I'd ask you, is this what you want? But since you've already made the decision...
And Dakota, she did give me a choice. And she's always given me a choice. The interesting thing about it all.
To be her thing.
Yes.
Choice in the face of strategy. Okay, so We have to tell Jackson.
I suppose we do. I'm a little nervous about that one too. I don't know how he's going to take it.
Take the bullet for that one if I need to. I guess what I'm saying is, like, we can't not tell him, because then he's going to think we're working against him. If we're going to do this behind enemy lines bullshit, he needs to still be the captain.
We should. He's always intimidated me. And I don't think he and I get along as well as you do and Ollie.
Yeah, look, I don't know what his deal is with me, but the fact of the matter is, he's one of the only people who's ever treated me with enough respect to continue working for, so, check. But, in honesty, he's still just a dude in a suit. All of it's just a bunch of armor and put on. He's got fucking problems too, and he had shit in his past life, and so he's still just a kindred if you think about it.
Yeah, of course. Well, we should tell him the next time we meet with him, I guess.
Yeah, we've got some other things maybe to share as well, considering the most recent events and appearances.
Yes.
Mathis, do I have a way? I was supposed to go see Damien to put in a request both for his band to play.
We still have a party to run.
And we still have a party. So
we can do that this episode.
Cool. I would basically want to put word in to see if the band wants to play, and if we can
you want to go meet up with them in person though, right?
Yeah, sure, we could do that.
How would Dakota go about it, I guess? Would she send
question.
Is she confident enough to go in person, or would she send a letter?
No, that's a whole other can of worms. She would know where to find Damien, I imagine. At least he used to hang out at that YMCA, or maybe there's like a skate park, or we know the band's like manager office. Like we've been there before.
Your audio did the thing. Well, actually, honestly, I know we're like an hour and 40 minutes in, but we could do break right now, and when we come back, we can she'll fix her audio, and then we'll do the last half of the episode. That was a fun opening. All right, guys, we'll be back in like 10 minutes. Thank you guys for sticking around. We love you. We appreciate your support, and we'll be right back.
BRB.
Hey everybody, we are back.
Yeah, everybody decompress, have a nice little think, a nice little relaxing moment.
Our overlay is not overlaying.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a weird one.
Hang on. All right, we're live again.
Welcome back. I am excited for Ollie's return because he's gonna be like, what the hell? How come every time I disappear,
something
wild
happens.
shit happens?
Yep, he's gonna be mad.
I love it. It's a theme. Yep. It has to happen every time.
It does.
Now.
It does.
It just has to happen.
And look, we still have time for more wild things to happen. So.
Oh yes, we do. Speaking of, as the camera kind of focuses down into the Lights Out pub, the front door swings open and Grant comes stomping in. All right, I told the Nelson kid about you guys, so he said he was busy tonight, but
perfect. He'll be able to help.
Help with what again?
Doing things around the kitchen.
Oh right,
serving?
Yeah, that's right. God, yeah.
Are you all right, Grant?
Go get some.
I'm tired. It was a long. You know what would help me not be immortal? Just keep, throwing it out there.
Gosh!
Stop talking about that. I'm gonna make a deal with you right now. I am going to slap you every time you mention your mortality.
That's not fair.
Why not?
Well, I'm worried to say anything now, but I don't want to get slapped.
Oh my gosh, Grant!
But your slaps probably hurt.
Then you know what?
They do.
This is going to work out just fine. This is exactly what we need. So don't worry about your mortality. Why don't you worry about going to get some sleep?
I gotta clean first.
Why don't Ava and I clean? Right, Ava?
He just looks to her like,
yeah. Toreador Bane says, "Hell no."
Okay, we will make sure the bar's tip-top shape and locked up tight. Go home and get some rest.
Why am I getting kicked out of my own job? I am the manager, and now I'm operating CEO.
You're not.
Until Ollie returns, I am the CEO of the Lights Out pub.
I guess what you're saying is you're not the only person that cares about Ollie and his assets. And you are one of those many beautiful assets in Ollie's life. And while he is away, we like to take care of those assets. So, Grant, go get some sleep. Tomorrow morning, you're going to wake up and still be COO of Lights Out Pub.
He just nods. All right, fine. Good night. Please do a good job cleaning, please.
We will.
You know, Dakota, I just thought of something. I could have just found somebody on the street and asked them to clean. That's normally what I do.
I know that. And I wait for you to close the door, and then I go, that is exactly my plan. So now that he is gone, you can go out front and gather a bunch of goons, and they can come in and clean the bar.
Perfect. Okay. Oh, and you made it seem like we're helping. You're so smart. You're good at manipulation too, Dakota. I love that. I immediately go to the back and find some cute boys.
Do you use awe? Do you just turn awe on because it's free?
Or I guess awe if they're willing to comply with awe. Then...
Well, yeah. So as you step outside the bar and you can just straighten yourself up and have the blood just start rushing through your veins. You step outside and there's just halfway just passing, throwing a cigarette onto the ground. A middle-aged gentleman who stops dead in his tracks as you step out. And he turns and he just very obviously looks you up and down. A car drives by and you hear a honking with a window rolling down and a whistle. But they keep driving. They don't pull over.
Oh.
And as minutes pass, a young lady, maybe in her 30s or so, arrives, and an older woman also kind of stops and chats, followed by two other very young men. And by young, I mean 18, 19 young. They're all, I'm assuming you're having conversation with these people as they walk up, and they're just interested about, what are you doing out here? How can we help? Blah, blah, blah. You need to ride home. I can cook you dinner. Well, I've got beer at my house. Well, I've got ribs on a slow cooker that I'm going to be getting back to. And it's just many offers of plans for the evening.
I invite them inside for maybe we take this. We have a little party for ourselves inside.
That's
let's take
again
this inside.
Mortals A, awe B. Even with a 4 humanity, you still have an enormous pool of dice that you would be rolling.
Yeah, there's no chance.
They're like party. Oh, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. And a couple guys, the 2 younger ones, both kind of like stumble over each other to get the door for you before one of them ends up grabbing it before and pulls it, swings it open wide, pushing the other guy out of the way so you can go walk in first.
When you get in, Dakota is riding the skateboard around the bar with the trash can in one hand, is like scooping beers, old beer cans and beer bottles in. Yeah.
As you see Ava walk in first, she has like a gaggle of random assorted mortals behind her of varying ages and sexes. And as they step in, one of the younger guys immediately beelines it to the bar. He's like, I can make you a Cosmo. If you want a Cosmo, I'll get you a Cosmo. We'll get this party started. Hey,
actually,
hey kid, can you go turn on the jukebox?
This is a cleaning party, right?
It is.
And he looks to you, Dakota. Whatever, kid. Can you just put on a song?
No. And I look to them all and I say,
he pops a bottle of whiskey.
We'll have a couple of drinks and then we're gonna make this bar more spotless than Ollie has ever seen it before. He will want me to do this every night after he sees.
I skate over.
You have like a boyfriend?
I skate over to Ava. Hey, this was not the plan.
I thought
we were here to party. I didn't know we were here to do some
partying.
guy named Ollie's chores.
Ollie's just the guy who owns the bar. You wouldn't even be in this place if it weren't for Ollie.
Are we getting paid?
Can't you do this for me?
Go ahead and make me a manipulation persuasion, -2 for being at a 4 humanity dealing with mortals, but then a +3 because of your awe, I believe. What does awe do? Let me look up real quick.
I think it adds...
Add your presence. Okay, so you 4. You add 4 dice to this, not 3, because you have 4 in presence.
Manipulation, persuasion. And I add 4. That's the total with the canceling out of all the other stuff?
Well, with the canceling, you'd be adding 2.
So it's okay.
Instead of
+2 dice. All right.
Roll away.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
4 successes.
4.
And what was it that you said to them? You just do it for you.
Do it for me. And I bat my eyelashes.
There is it takes a moment. There's some staggering. The young guys immediately jump at the chance. They don't worry about it. But then the middle-aged guys kind of just follow suit within seconds. The young women already also joining them. And then the older woman who joined in, she looks you up and down, and not like in a sexual way, but she's like, she looks at you, she's like, you would work super well as the model for our cleaning company. And she like kind of gives you, pulls out like a pamphlet that she has folded in her pocket. And it's like, it's just like, as she hands it over, it's like Wanda's washing and hands it to you.
I love Wanda. Can we hire her for real?
Wanda's washing.
We need somebody to clean her.
She reaches into her pants pocket. And she pulls out her own glasses that she slides over her rims, and she immediately is like, "So where's the cleaning supplies? I'll get started."
In the back, and I point. And...
Meanwhile, the guys are like the younger ones are like grabbed like paper towels and just dipped it in some faucet water and started trying to wiping down.
That's a start.
I'm like, that's a good boy. I say as they.
Do you do that? You don't have to roll anything. You just see the goosebumps roll over his skin as you like walk by and say that. As he like
bottles.
His hand like slips a bit and he like catches himself, and just a deep, sharp breath afterward. And you just hear and he just starts going back to wiping with water.
Let's go,
Ava.
Dakota, yeah, this is a frustrating night, I imagine.
It's cool. I imagine I have to wash the dishes. So Dakota's back there like angry scrubbing from the kitchen, watching all of this go down, like making her plot of how the fuck we're gonna get these people out of here now that we've caused this mess. But hopefully Wanda's got the real scrubbing down.
Oh yeah, Wanda's taking care of like the actual cleaning.
And
I
do want to make sure this place is more spotless than Ollie has ever
when the
kept
middle-aged guy gets handed stuff, he actually does a good job too.
So I want to make sure that we gather all the trash bags at the back door.
Sure, yep.
Because Dakota knows the back door locks automatically. So we're going to send them out with the trash bags at the end of the night.
And then lock the door. And then they're out. Yes, love that. Perfect.
As the cleaning comes to a close, it's going to be a couple hours later and everything's towards the back. They all grab a trash bag and the door opens. Who's holding the door?
Oh, Dakota is. No. It needs to be you. It needs to be you. I was going to
say Ava will.
Yeah.
Okay. As they walk by, do you say any like cute things to them to like drive them crazy, or do you just let them leave?
I'm like, well, maybe after this we'll have a little fun, and then I just close the door.
And when you say that, though, because the last one to walk out was one of the young guys, and you just hear him like. You hear the shiver come out of him, essentially. Like you can hear his voice like kind of, and as he turns around, he's like, yes, Mom. And as you do, he's about to say something. You shut the door on him. There's a few moments of awkward silence before there's a.
I just wipe my hands.
And the knocking continues.
That's all.
Ma'am, I just realized I didn't even get your name. And then you hear a few others in there. Yeah,
what a shame.
I didn't get your name.
One of them was really cute.
A shame.
Does Ava just turn and walk away?
Yep. And she just walks to Dakota.
I'm sure he'll be back.
They always come back.
And you walk out to the front bar. At the front door, there's already two of the men already at the front door, looking and peering in.
Ava, I didn't think about the fact my plan required us to leave through the sewer.
Oh.
God.
I'm sorry.
Well, I suppose we don't have a choice regardless, or else we'll be having this herd following me. So I guess we will have to go to the sewers.
But the bar's really clean. Look at this.
Of course.
Great. It looks phenomenal.
Wanda did a great job.
I would be happy to do this again sometime for Ollie. Perhaps I'll surprise him. He'll come back to a spotless bar.
Okay. Do this again. I'm not going to pick up trash again, though.
No, of course not.
But I have $12. I'll help with Wanda.
Yes, we'll invite Wanda back.
As you guys are prepping for the sewer and you make your way into the kitchen, standing back there, leaning against a wall, is Artie.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Artie.
Where were you when the party was
Did you enjoy that, Artie?
It was a fun thing to watch.
It was
Where
effective.
you going?
I'm sure it was.
Where you going?
We're going
the night
out.
is young. Are
going
you,
to...
Artie?
He smiles and he chuckles. I don't know about that, dame, but all I know is I've been sitting in your refrigerator for 2 damn years, and we ain't figured out what we're going to be doing to move forward. I need to know what the plan is, otherwise I'm going to start making my own.
Forward?
I don't want to be a little fridge boy for the rest of my own life.
Hey, nobody wants you to be the fridge boy.
He's getting antsy.
Okay, look.
I'm right here. I can hear you.
Okay, we have left most of that in Ollie's trusted care, but we appreciate your concern and bringing it to us, and we will see what we can do about it.
How come I get shoved in a refrigerator and some kid who comes walking in gets a freaking room?
Because Oliver drug your dead-ass body out of the sewers of Chicago and back to life. So, that being said, I'm not here to say that you should feel grateful for the things we have done, but we will work to set you up if you can maybe find some manners.
He chews on his bottom lip heavily. In another time, in another life, you might have been killed for talking to me like that. Fine.
Well, Artie, I hate to break it to you, friend, but you're not living in that life or that time anymore. And if you want to duke it out, Ollie's got a place in the basement. I got my name card in the wall for a reason, you know what I'm saying? So
you and your kind always boasting your physical prowess while your minds break like fragile glass.
Oh, yes, me and my kind, because you and yours aren't noosed up with a tie around your neck connected to some grander plan for your own personal gain. So we can sit here and throw insults all night, Artie, but yours are a bit dated. So if you'd like to hang out with Ava and I, we're going to go have some fun. So loosen your tie, get rid of your sass, and we'll have some fun.
You two beautiful ladies have a great night. And he goes strolling out the back door.
Ava just claps at Dakota for that. That was beautiful, Dakota. That clap back.
Sorry, I was feeling really sassy. I think it was all the...
Yeah, you're delay muted again. But that, like, Ava just is unbelievably impressed by that sass from Dakota. Well, we should continue forward anyway and keep going.
And so you depart.
I agree.
Making your way to Painted Lady, you said, right?
Mm-hmm. To the Painted Lady.
How do you go? So, do you walk the sewers the whole time? Sorry, yeah, you're a little delayed. You're still delayed. My bad. But yeah, how would you? I know you're in the sewers, but do you go the whole way through the sewers, or are you going like part way and then getting above ground? And is there any conversation the two of you would have?
Whatever the fastest way back out is, we only just have to dodge the block, right?
Yeah.
So we just gotta dodge the block.
All right, then it's an easy ride or walk there. Again, my question still stands, however. Is there any more conversation the two of you want to have on this walk?
Yeah, okay.
Please take
so I'm feeling a little bad about Artie.
No, he
was a dick if he can hear me.
Yes,
but
he was.
He's right. He can't live in Dolly's freezer forever. And we did take on the responsibility of helping him out, so I feel like maybe we should, like, figure out a place for him. You know, we can move him down to the lower blocks by the train yard. You're muted, Mathis.
No.
We could.
I know.
Oh, okay.
We could, yes. That is an option. Do we still have to, like, tell people that he's here, or are we going to just keep him a secret?
I was thinking it's time we should introduce him to Jackson. Let's be real. If he's going to be all about his kind, then he needs to be with his kind.
Yes. That is true.
Do we see where he went?
I mean, only if you like peer your head up the door and watch him, but then only then you would see if he took a left or a right.
Can I? Okay, it might be too late to stop him, but Dakota would stop him. If she can.
Does Dakota think about that after the sewer thing, or I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, because if we come up through the sewer, how far are we? I don't know if we know where.
Sure.
Goes,
if you, I'd say at this point it would be too hard to find him.
All right. Okay. We had to talk to Jackson anyways. I had to think that through. We had to talk to Jackson.
Right.
Let's talk to Jackson. Tell him that we have a kindred we'd like to introduce to maybe have a proper place here. And see if we can't hook him up.
I suppose we could. I'm sure out of all of the things we tell Jackson, this might be the least of his concerns.
It's true, but it's the right thing to do. For Artie and, for Jackson and all the...
Of course.
Hullabaloo.
Yes. Okay. I think we add it to the list then.
Well, do you want to take bets how long they'll stand outside the bar?
Not even 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, what are we going to do?
We should go to the Painted Lady.
What weekday is it, ladies?
It's either Thursday or Friday.
I did actually. Oh, this reminds me. Dakota, I had a date.
What?
With Brett.
Oh, no. We just ditched okay, well, I hung out with Artie.
I'm sorry. If
okay,
this is
you know
going
what?
to be unbearable
it's
for
fine.
you.
I need to go.
No.
I have to go see Damien anyways.
Why don't you invite Damien to the bar?
You're going to the Painted Lady either way. So like Brett's just going to be at the Painted Lady.
Busy person.
Is he? Is that's where you told him you were going, right?
Yes. Yeah. We're going to meet Brett at the Painted Lady, but I want her to bring Damien as a date. To the Painted Lady.
Okay, how about this? Damien's very busy.
He's a sheriff.
Yeah, I will go ask him if he wants to play. And then, if he's not busy, which he's going to be, then he won't be able to come.
Just do what I do, Dakota. Just give yourself a little, give him a little shoulder, a little wink, and just ask him if he's free tonight. Just don't ask ask with a little bit more purpose.
Right, purpose. What is the purpose?
That you want to spend time with him. Get to know him.
Is that what I
You
want?
know.
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna go. Just I'm gonna deliver the message, and you know what? I will see you at the Painted Lady.
Think
You have two
about
options then. I mean, it'd be real quick, Dakota.
Okay.
To go look for him specifically at the few places you know you might be able to find him. However, he is sheriff and he might be out for the night. Or you can leave a message with Katie at the front desk because since he is sheriff,
That's true. Through.
He'll be coming through and she'll be able to hand a message off.
Oh, okay. You know what? It's been a hot minute since I've strolled in there, and you know what? Ava's been there tonight. Let's just stir the proverbial shit pot, shall we? I'm gonna show up in the lobby just to cause a stinker. Okay.
As you the door
I don't even tell Ava that. I'm just like, I'm gonna go find Damien. I'll meet you at the Painted Lady.
Okay.
We cut hard. Instead to the interior of the lounge reception area of the Ivory Tower. The doors swing open and in strolls Dakota with her heavy boots, tattooed body. And Katie sits behind the front desk. Yeah, skateboard over her shoulder. She kicks it up as she takes her few first steps in there. And Katie looks up with an air of disgust, but then recomposes herself very quickly. Miss Rain, it is good to see you.
You as well. It's been a while. Eileen.
It's been a very long time. I don't remember the prince calling for a meeting with you.
Oh, no. That's funny. I'm not here for the prince.
That's a first.
Well, some things do change.
How can I help?
Well, I was hoping to leave a message.
For whom?
For Damien.
I see. What is the message? And she pulls out a pen and a pad of paper.
Just let him know I wanted to chat about the band.
And she writes it down. All right. Miss Rain would like to speak to you about Baby Chorus. And she underlines it, taps the book with the tip of the pen a couple times. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Nope. You're a gem.
Thank you very much, Miss Rain.
As I turn to go back towards the door, every security camera, I make sure to like make eye contact because I know that bitch watches them, or somebody does, and I want him to be like,
someone does.
Dakota was here. Just stir it. It's been a hot minute. Let's just a little bit is all Dakota needs. And she stretches, makes a bunch of noises, her boots squeak, and then she leaves.
We actually see all that happening from that black and white camera angle in that security cam. And as you walk out the door, we cut again, but now just underneath where the ladder leads to the little hall that leads to the Painted Lady. Ava arrived there much sooner, and as you wait for Dakota, people are coming and going, not much conversation happens directly to you until eventually Dakota arrives. Out in front toward the door that leads into the Painted Lady. You do not see Rat Tail, however. You know he's not always exactly visible right away. So Ava, or do you have Auspex? Does anybody have
Ava has Auspex. Dakota.
I do have Auspex.
I think you can make a wits awareness against his stealth to see him if you want to make that attempt.
Yeah, let's see if I can spot him. Wits awareness.
Nope.
I'm not going to even have him outpose roll. No, we do not.
But does he like stand in a usual spot? Like,
he's got a spot usually. He's either sitting on the railing or he's like up against the door, one or the other. And he always makes himself known when you get close enough.
Right. Okay.
Well, so you stroll up together
Ava first. Yeah, I'll pick Ava.
Yeah.
Do we have Brett yet?
No.
Okay.
He's probably already in there. Do you both just kind of walk up to the front door as you arrive?
So what is it? What is tonight? I mean, like, what's the game plan?
Yeah. What's the weekday? What weekday is it?
It has to be Thursday or Friday based on our.
You tell me which one.
It was Thursday that I originally agreed to with Brett.
So
then it is Thursday. Lots and lots of mortals on tap.
Well, if we were hungry tonight. Yes, it's Thursday. So if you're hungry, it's a good night. Or thirsty.
Clearly.
Dakota, I'm trying. It's been a while since we've been here, and didn't we have a little something we used to do to get in? Like we had our little.
Yeah. Hey, Rat Tail.
As you shout, "Hey, Rat Tail!" you hear a tink of metal as he hops off from the bar, and suddenly, just on the railing that leads to the door, there he stands.
There's that
He smiles.
handsome face I've missed.
He gives you the huge toothy grin. And but he stands still. Are you approaching him?
I mean, Dakota comes and goes pretty frequently, but yeah, I'll approach. And obviously, I don't know how frequent, Ava frequents, but
sure. I don't know how often would you have frequented this place, if ever?
Not as much as Dakota, for sure.
Yeah.
So I pull out probably a really beat up business card. Remember, it was like a business card we had to get in the door, and it's like super frayed. It's dingy. It's gross, but it's always in Dakota's pocket, and she kind of pulls it out and flashes it. And I go,
as you flash it, he
look who I
smiles
drug up.
I was going to say the same thing. I haven't seen you in here for, God, at least 6 months.
Yes, it's been quite a while.
He takes a step forward and reaches to take your hand. Do you still have the business card? Or did the business card come with a +1? I cannot remember.
It technically, each one of them came with a +1. So we each have a +1 on that.
I did have one, yes.
But he goes to take your hand.
And
if you hand it over, he brings it to his dried, crusted lips and gives it a kiss.
She cordially smiles and then quickly pulls her hand back.
He just goes, do you realize they still tell stories about you down there?
Hope they're good stories.
No one can forget the night that you put an end to the sheriff of this town.
Yes.
Well, we do the best we can. Speaking of, what is the vibe tonight? Anybody we should know
Thirsty
about?
Thursday, baby. Lots of mortals out there.
I know it's Thirsty Thursday. You know that's not what I'm asking about.
It's a party?
No. Rattail, don't you ever change. And I put a hand on his shoulder.
I try not to. Oh, hey, what about another date with Boss? You think it's possible?
We haven't heard from Boss in a long time. I suspected if the first one went well, you would have followed up like a real gentleman, Rattail.
She's playing hard to get
date
for
with
2
Boss.
years, probably, hopefully.
Wait, you didn't have...
I was thinking, maybe I'm not so good at dates, so maybe, Ava, you could teach me how to be good at a date by taking me out on a date. Something different about you. You get a haircut.
Some have been saying that, yes. But
got something.
Unfortunately, Rattail, I have another date tonight. So I'll have to be some other time.
He just gives us a wide toothy smile and he nods. Yeah, of course. And he steps out the way, kind of just gestures to the door. Hey, Dakota, you know the rules.
I'll put in a good word with Boss for you.
No killing mortals. If you kill one, please inform the people that work here. We'll clean it up, but you're going to have to be expelled if you do so.
Yes.
Aye, Captain.
I will not kill any mortals tonight. No.
Oh, my God.
And he just kind of nods and puts his hands back in his pockets. And as you step by him, he vanishes from sight. The metal door opens. Oh, no, unless you don't open it yet. Sorry, I thought I didn't know if you were going to say something.
To be a Nosferatu, he really doesn't have any clue of what's going on. And I swing the door open.
And as you swing open the big heavy iron door, the very muted thumping music quickly overtakes everything. In order to speak to one another, it is a shouting match next to each other's ears. And as you look over the railing down the long set of stairs, a sea of people, as the smell of sweat and blood permeates the air. Even to those who are satiated and you're not hungry, there's something delicious about how all of this smells, as there are mortals of varying degrees of clothes being moved around. You can see one being drunk from 2 different kindred, one being handed off who looks already half asleep from the first kiss, being handed to somebody else as they then lean in to feed, and sights of different feeding methods really all around. Wits awareness, both of you.
Ooh.
Okay. No. My strongest.
Wow. 5, 4.
Okay. Not my strongest.
Dang.
I got 2.
2. You can reroll 2 of those if you choose.
No, I don't. I mean, I get the vibe. Ava will do the hard social work, okay?
Ava, perhaps to any other untrained eye, seeing this particular individual would have been rather easy to miss. There is a large amount of people mingling about. But to you, those who aren't participating within the social norms that are happening into the area around them are the ones that stick out the most. And off in the back, sat down, seemingly casually watching things, is McTavish.
elbow Dakota a little bit.
What? And I have to say too loud, what?
Dakota, with 2 successes, you see Brett.
I nudge you down there.
He's making out with some man.
Oh my God.
You're going to get sloppy seconds if you don't hurry.
Okay. Oh, and I point over in the direction of McTavish. Your friend's here.
Oh, fuck.
As you look over, there you see him. He seems to be no drink, but he's smoking a cigar.
Okay. Well,
maybe he needs a little company.
Fuck. I say really loud because you can't hear me anyways over the music.
Yeah.
And I kind of storm down the stairs knowing Ava's right.
So Dakota takes the lead and down the metal stairs she goes. Ava elegantly, swiftly following behind. Are you making your way to McTavish then, Dakota?
Yeah, and I'll probably at this point, like whatever flannel I was wearing over the like t-shirt dress or whatever, I take off to show my tats because I get them done here. So like you can really see like all of the back tats and the sleeve and stuff that she's been working on. And she kind of ties it around her waist, and yeah, I'll go over to McTavish.
As you make your way over, you don't know how, you don't know when, maybe he smelled you or saw you, but who but bumps into you and gets in your way but Brett, wildly making out with now a woman. As he bumps into you, he kind of stumbles and his concentration is broken and he looks over and he's like,
Shush.
Dakota.
Don't lose sight of McTavish. I don't want. I've done this before in this bar this exact same way and lost sight of McTavish because Brett interrupted and I put a sweaty hand up and right in his face. Like shush. I just don't want to lose sight of McTavish.
March by him.
Yeah, like I don't just. Ava,
as he like kind of like
Ava's
goes to try to.
Yeah.
He looks over and then you walk by and then he turns again and there Ava strides behind. It's like, what is your friend's problem?
She's on a mission. Let her be. It's
mean,
fine.
I just, she just seems so wound up. I've been thinking, maybe I could do it out of pity. I could do it just for like to help her out, but maybe I could give her a little, I could help her unwind a little bit.
No, Brett.
I know it seems kind of crazy, but maybe I'm what she needs.
It's just
I
you
can
and me
show
tonight,
her.
Brett.
I can show her things she never thought possible.
Oh God, she's just shaking her head. No.
I'm not trying to make you jealous. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'm
Please
getting
go.
a little
And he
jealous.
waves away the woman he was making out with prior.
Oh.
Well, we do have a date tonight. So, as like the song starts changing and he starts dancing, he's like, "Shall we?" And he starts just kind of like shimmying in front of you.
She will partake for the sake of partaking
but do
in
you
the
try?
dance.
Are you simply just doing things?
I'm just going through the motions of this.
That's fine. Then you don't need to make a roll. That's what I was just saying. If you are giving it a damn.
Yeah.
And he attempts to have conversation with you. Out of curiosity, do you attempt to have conversation with him? Is there anything you want to do while you're quote unquote on this date with him?
I do want to bring up. So you had somebody that you wanted to introduce me to, of course.
He smiles. Yes, absolutely. I think you two would get along so well. Her name is Portia, and she is just she's new to town, and she's just, I don't know. There's something about her. She's just she's captivating. Captivating is a phenomenal word.
And who is she to you, Brett?
As of right now, not really. Not anyone really big. But like I said, knowing you, this is someone you're going to want to meet.
I see.
I'm not saying she's going to make big waves in town, but she's just. I think she might be a Toreador. I don't know.
That was my next question. If you knew if she was one of us, but I'd be happy to meet her. I
would love to introduce you.
And you've been quite busy yourself, Brett. I've noticed you've had more and more people that you've been taking.
I am a man on a mission.
You are.
I am.
You are.
I am.
And I would love to hear more about your mission.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to make you jealous.
Well,
you know me. I'm not a one kindred kind of guy.
And that's fine. I've accepted that about you, Brett.
I just have taken on a personal challenge. Call it my own personal Vietnam. I want to sleep with every kindred in Chicago. Just once.
Every kindred in Chicago.
An experience I can't imagine could ever be replicated, to know every kindred on such an intimate, personal level. to form a connection with everyone here in a way that no one else dared do.
Yes. That's quite the undertaking. Even every clan, you're saying.
Every clan.
Nosferatu.
Yes, I'm hoping I can do. I tried once. I couldn't go through with it, but you know what they say. When you fall off the horse, just try again.
Wow. Well, that's, I wish you the best of luck on that effort. But that doesn't.
Maybe you want to knock yourself off the list real quick, get it out of the way early.
That doesn't really explain, and she ignores that. That doesn't really explain the mortals you've been taking, the kind.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've seen
Wits insight, you're welcome to, as I will roll mine.
Wits insight.
Fucking skills, I think, are absolutely not good.
I might use a willpower to re-roll.
Yeah, you could re-roll 3 of those.
Okay. I'm just gonna do 3.
Here's our boy Brett Stryker. What do you got for skills, my man?
I've had such a wonderfully bad idea.
Oh no.
We'll see. We'll see if Brett makes the actual offer to Dakota. I have a plan.
Okay.
God, he just doesn't have a great pool, but that's okay. So you got 3 successes total.
Yes.
Hilariously, he's rolling with the same pool, 5d10.
Oh shit.
1, 2, 3. He got 3 successes as well, and ties always go to the player. He's lying. It's hard to tell sometimes when Brett is lying because everything that he says seems like a lie. Nothing he says has any tone of honesty or I guess I'm looking for the word. It's like a tip of my tongue, but even now, something doesn't feel quite right about what he's saying. Doesn't mean he will admit to it, but you definitely think he's hiding something.
Now, Brett, I've always had a soft spot for you, and I can't.
Yeah, I know. You have to keep it. You have to hide it when Dakota's around.
Of course.
Maybe you could join in with her. That could be fun. Ooh, a Toreador and a gangrel. Ooh, maybe I want to watch. That could be an absolute fucking mess or a beautiful dance. I don't know.
You can tell me anything, right?
Yeah.
Anything?
Sure, anything. Of course. I absolutely could tell you absolutely anything. Do you want to go talk in private somewhere?
Ava might be willing to oblige if she can get more info from him about what he's doing, because she's very curious. This has been the big rumor, and if she can uncover what this is, it might make her look good. So
whatever you think is going to work, feel free to give it a try.
She perhaps, yes.
All right. My place?
What about here?
Here? Oh, I didn't take you for an exhibitionist around here.
I don't want to leave the freaking painted lady with Brett. Well, I'm staying here.
I thought you said you wanted to go somewhere private and talk.
Oh, there's private places here.
I mean, there are a couple, but they're not going to be comfortable.
Well, we could just spend some time alone for now, see where it goes.
All right. I can't tell if you're pulling my leg.
Well, this is your chance to get what you want, Brett. So you can take it, or I can go find Dakota.
Saying that, you see all logic in his brain just disappear, and you just lead the way.
Okay. And I'll just find somewhere secluded for the two of us.
You walk off, and as you walk off, the camera flies through the bodies, the mass of people drinking, making out, feeding from others, until eventually we arrive at Dakota as she approaches the table where McTavish leans back and is smoking a cigar.
I just maybe there's a wall nearby, real close, but I do not go in the booth, basically. As close as I can get, comfortably to lean on a wall, and then I'll speak to him. Say, it's a kind of crowded tonight.
He takes a big old puff, puts down the cigar. Is there a time? It ain't.
Just making small talk. How about that weather?
What do you want, kid?
Nothing, really.
You came over to say hi.
Yeah, is that a crime?
No, it's a lie, but hey, have a good night.
Wait,
And he takes a
wait.
giant drag on his
Wait,
cigar.
wait.
He's not going anywhere. He
Oh,
leans
oh.
back and just
Oh,
he gets like
then
relaxed.
Dakota goes, look, what have you got against me? Why you hate me so much?
I don't hate you, kid. I just don't care about you.
I don't need you to fucking care. Not about me, anyways.
Then we are on the same page.
Then what the fuck do you care about?
And he looks to you like just like baffled. What are you trying to get at?
Nothing. You didn't want small talk. Yeah. You want to what? Sit in the corner like a little brooding puppy? Like, come on.
You aren't the only one that spends time here.
I know that. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you really always want to be alone.
He just nods like without hesitating. Yeah.
Well, excuse me for trying.
You are excused. He takes a giant puff of the cigar again. You can see him like try to taste it. Blows out the smoke.
One day, McTavish. One day. You're going to want to hang out with me.
What makes you so confident?
Gut instinct.
The difference between you and me, I don't give a shit about what I am.
No. The difference between you and me is that I don't care because it doesn't matter. You are
right.
one of the gangrel. And whether
I
you
ain't
like
saying-
it or not, we share blood.
I don't buy into that hoodoo voodoo shit. Shared blood from a common. I don't believe that shit.
You don't
may,
have to
but-
buy it, because that's what matters to me. Have a good night, McTavish.
And practice that speech in the mirror next time.
I don't need to.
Bam.
And as you turn to walk away, where would Dakota head to?
I mean, if
You would see, as you turn around, you would actually see slipping away into a corner, Ava and Brett.
Oh God. Well, if she's here, she's getting a tattoo, right? Like she has
Oh,
there's skin
new
that's not
tat.
filled in, right? Like that's what she does.
As you, maybe Dakota like steps away and she looks over to the tattoo area, the hall that leads to those rooms on the left and the right where the artist will meet. Just as you take your first couple of steps away, the entire foundation of the painted lady rumbles.
What?
Like
Just
not
a
like
mere-
the base drops out, like earthquake level.
No. It's like a rumble. And shortly after, like within a second, a large muted explosion sound.
From below our feet.
No. Above. The shock waves simply.
It passed through our. I got you. Okay, the shockwave passed.
Was there a bomb and it wasn't us?
Immediately turn around and look at McTavish.
McTavish is standing up with a smile, gentle smile on his face as he dabs out his cigar, throws his backpack over his shoulder, and gives out a sharp whistle. You see a small girl run through the crowd, and they make their way out, or they attempt to make their way out.
Oh shit. Oh.
You were aware of a certain attack that was supposed to happen.
Oh shit.
Shall I say, Ollie was aware. Ollie's the one that gave out that information.
And Ollie shared that with us. So like I would say we knew there was going to be a bombing. We knew it was probably going to be the rack.
Yes. Because that's what Ollie,
and Dakota immediately notes this as an alibi and notes the fact that she can be McTavish's alibi. And that just
like that.
Notes that, walks over after it rumbles and picks up whatever's left of his drink and walks away.
Yeah. As you do so, as everything rumbles, Ava, Brett's like, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, we're going to my place. It isn't safe here. Come on.
Oh my God.
And he like scoops his arm under yours and like begins to walk.
As we're walking out, I look for Dakota.
As the crowd is not panicking.
I'm sipping, just standing. Everybody may be panicking. Dakota's like leaning and sipping on a drink.
Yeah, people aren't really panicking, but there are quite a few people that like took this as a cue to end their night. And the crowd does thin a bit. And you see Dakota doing exactly that.
One moment, Brett. I need to.
All right, hurry up. I can't bear the thought of you dying tonight.
God.
I'm just thinking about it. Hurry up.
I go over to Dakota.
You see them, Dakota. You see them have a quick conversation before she pulls away.
Sure is lucky that we were here and not the rack tonight.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
How's your date?
Well, I was just about to.
Do you need rescuing?
Brett. Yes, I think he's a little shaken. I was trying to get some information out of him, but I might not be able to.
Willing?
He's not. I just choked myself.
Yeah, she's like, I can't even say it.
I'm like, I'm dying now. He's being so evasive on this one thing I'm trying to get out of him.
Well, that means it's probably really important.
Yeah.
Do you think if you wear him down, he would reveal that to you?
That's what I was trying to do.
In a more physical sense?
Yes.
Okay.
You got to get it one way or the other. So,
well, the question is that the way you want to get it? Because if not, I have an idea.
I'm always open for your ideas, Dakota.
It's not very kind to Brett.
I think I
may assure he doesn't want to be around us anymore.
What's your idea?
Okay, so you know the rules of Ollie's fight pit? Once you step into the pit, you are beholden to the rules of that pit, which is,
Don't tell me you're looking for Brett to get into that fight pit.
Lower your voice. So I was thinking, what is Brett drawn to more than anything?
Sex.
What if we told him that we have a special sex den in the bottom of Ollie's?
Oh my God.
Lead him down into the dark. And then, we could beat the answers out of him.
Oh my.
By all legal standpoint of the rules of Ollie's pit, which means that Brett can't even technically claim assault because he walked willingly.
Is there no rules about consenting or no?
I was about to say, well, he did walk into the pit as a...
Okay, I just want to make sure.
A means of joining the fight. It would also be quiet so nobody could hear him scream. I mean, I'm just saying as a second option if you don't want to, sex it out of him.
Yes. He would absolutely fall for that. I can tell you that much.
After you say that, he kind of interrupts the conversation. Slides over. He's like, Ava, actually, phenomenal idea. Dakota, we were just talking, and I think you should maybe join us tonight. I'm just saying I can sense what you may need, and I was thinking maybe Ava could help as well. We all get involved.
I really woke up tonight looking for somebody to tell me what I need.
I'm not trying to be rude, Dakota. I'm trying to do you a favor.
Gosh,
well,
I really just don't have enough people in my life trying to do me favors either, Bray. You're really so kind.
You would be lucky.
I would. I'd even do you the favor of keeping the lights out so you wouldn't even have to look at me.
No, now that doesn't count if I can't see you.
Well, Brett.
Otherwise, I would have been able to sleep with that Nosferatu.
It just so happens we might have a place to take you.
It's a place that sometimes when Ollie is out, Ava and I like to use for personal needs.
Sure, go ahead and give me a manipulation subterfuge roll.
You do it, Ava.
Yes, I would be happy to.
Dakota said it.
Damn it.
So Dakota can say it, and then Ava can give you a +1.
I will assist.
You tried. You tried to get out of the roll.
Okay. I mean, it is a persuasion check.
Manipulation subterfuge.
Okay, this I might be able to get away with, and
All right.
I kind of want to beat up Brett tonight. So I'm going to rouse.
Gonna make my roll. Okay.
I'm going to rouse, so I can add
Add
2 more
2d10.
dice plus Ava's +1. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody hold your breath. I feel like 3 dice. Here we go. I got 4 successes.
Wow. That beats my 3.
I mean, I'm just saying, we use it for our personal needs.
You wouldn't be my first gangrel experience, but
Well, aren't you a lucky
you'd be
fella?
my first gangrel toreador experience, and it would knock out one on my list. So,
Check
I had
all
a
the
nice,
boxes.
I had a nice
Okay,
place, but
now, Brett, I want to warn you. I can be a little rough.
I don't want you to worry about that.
So you're consenting to a little rough play?
Yes.
I want to go through the appropriate steps to make sure that you are okay.
Whoa. What are you into? Not that I'm against it, but now I'm interested.
Brett, I know you're soft and all, but I tend to live my life a little on the edge, if you know what I mean.
You don't know my life.
Are you soft, Brett?
Hell no. I'm as hard as they come.
Oh.
Well, you'll have to show that to me.
He does look over to Ava and wink, and then back to Dakota.
Wow.
Like I say, he looks to back to Ava. After he looks to Ava, then kind of back to Dakota and back to Ava and goes, like I said, my personal Vietnam, but you got to do what you got to do.
You're just such a hardworking, contributing kindred to our society.
Truly.
You're one of the only ones that actually recognize it.
Well, then I guess we're the lucky ones tonight.
Well, ladies, you're getting me all hot and bothered, and I don't want to wait any longer. So,
well, you have to let us, prepare or whatever. So why don't you meet us out front of Ollie's pub, and Ava will meet you upstairs to let you in.
Now that's dirty. All right.
20 minutes.
Yes.
Never liked that Ollie guy anyway.
Well, then this will be like, spitting
It's our
in
little
his
secret.
face.
Yes.
He kind of like nods, and as he spins to walk away, there's like a skip in his step as he like spins on the ball of his foot and turns. He goes, "Oh, can I bring some guests?"
Oh, we were really hoping for this to be like a personal thing.
Just us.
I was just all right. I was gonna bring the
I mean,
nos, 'cause
unless you
maybe
can
with a
handle
maybe
it
bring
on your
mixing
own.
like maybe like mixing the nos in would make it easier for me.
Well, I mean, you are gonna have Ava.
That's what I'm saying. Ava's gonna be there, so I can get the nos knocked out.
Well, if it
makes
makes you feel better, I can stay behind you.
no what? No, I want.
We'll see
what?
you in 20 minutes, Brett.
All right, and he kind of like walks away.
Dakota will leave to give Ava a moment to like.
God. That was really painful.
Yeah, Brett leaves. He heads off with like a hurried walk.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
plans on. I say we get him down there, we tie him to a chair, we beat the answer out of him, and then we leave him with his blue balls.
I like this idea a lot. My only concern is that he is, unfortunately, he does have a reputation within the road. Like he has his circle, and I'm afraid that if we beat him up too much and leave him for dead down there, he might start spreading some bad things about me. So that is
What
something
if
to be
you're not
concerned about.
there?
Yes, if you want to take the fall, Dakota, the
Here's
gangrel
the thing.
fall.
What is he going to tell everybody? That he willingly came into a basement so I can beat him up?
That's
Or
true.
That
He
failed
might
to
be
have sex with me.
He might be too shameful to even say anything. This is true. I think.
That being
He'll-
said, I'm more concerned about whoever he's answering to.
Agreed.
How about I get him down there, rough him up a bit, tie him to a chair, and you question him.
I could. You know, I don't necessarily love this idea, this part that I have, but
I mean, we could just like not meet him at all.
More so if we do this, get the information. I hate to, we don't have to do this, but you know that kid Nelson, he said that he might have some abilities to make people forget things. We could make him forget that this night happened once we get the information, so we don't have to worry about the
So what, we're
aftermath.
Gonna call Nelson in tonight? We already
you went out again. No, you're right. We probably couldn't do that. It was just a thought. I don't know if it's something we could call in a favor later, but I actually forget how those powers work, so I don't think he could do it afterwards.
I wonder, what if we just don't show back up to the bar? Leave him hanging. Is there actually more of an insult? Do I feel better about leaving him hanging or beating the shit out of him?
One comes with just ghosting him. The other comes with potential blowback politically.
If we ghost him, he'll still be on the hook, and we can use this to leverage him for quite a while. Tell him that we decided we just wanted it to be our thing, not involve him. Oops, we forgot about him. Shame him a little bit and make him really want it. Then he'll tell us whatever he wants, or whatever we want.
That could work, yes. We could use that as leverage. Maybe he'll tell us more.
Or you could use it to save face and tell him what I was originally going to do and that you convinced me not to. Nothing like a little trust. It goes a long way.
All right. So let's ghost him then. Let's not show up. And then when I see him again, I will try to use that leverage. There was another kindred he was supposed to introduce me to too.
You have his number. He does have throwaway. He's one of the ones that has burner phones.
Yes. Well,
if you wanted to reach out to him, you can do so by phone.
Yeah, there was an explosion tonight that took us by great surprise, and we were so traumatized that we dared show up to, fornicate.
Yes. We are very busier than him, so we have a lot of things that happen and things that come up.
Yes, that is the kind of shame that Brett deserves. Let's make him feel like garbage and continue to lead him on for a while, and then get what we need out of him.
All right.
How long do you plan on leading him on for? When do you want to reach back out to him?
Probably like a couple of weeks, honestly.
Weeks?
Yeah.
Like ghost him.
Well, okay. So we maybe more a couple of days, but it wouldn't be.
Because if you're trying to build your,
I think that we'll lead him on tonight, ghost him, and then I'll continue to do this for a couple of days until I feel like I can get into a breaking point.
I just want you to know I still like this idea of luring into the basement. So, if we ever need to get rid of Brett, this is a surefire plan.
I agree, actually. I think that's a good idea. And I think Ollie would agree to it, too.
Turned into real dungeon?
Yes, absolutely.
And the great joy I would find just...
maybe once this is all said and done and we get what we need from Brett, we can still do that. I really just want to see the
fear in his eyes when he realizes that he's going to have to fight me. The true... shit-stained fear.
He told me tonight his goal was to sleep with every kindred in Chicago.
Oh, so I've got an in.
Oh, yes, that's why he's... Yes.
Hey, we have a party coming up. And we have a real cell.
Oh, God,
I could really line him up.
You're right.
You want to let him know about the party and the next time we talk?
Oh, yes. That's perfect. Tell him we can't tonight.
Tell him we couldn't tonight. But we'll, actually, and I did actually mean to invite him to the party. So yes, I will send him a message, let him know. Unfortunately, something came up for Dakota and I. We really wish we could have had it tonight.
Call him?
Yes, I will give him a call.
We'll jump to that when you guys are ready, because we'll have a little conversation first.
Okay.
I guess, was there anything else you guys wanted to do?
I would follow up on McTavish. How did things go with that? Yes.
She's got so much to say. Her.
Yes, I do. Well, he was the usual chatterbox of fuck you, and I don't give a fuck, and here's my cigar ashing, to show you how many fucks I give. So, what really, really great, actually, in comparison. But I definitely saw a smirk on his face, which means I definitely know he was in on this whole bombing thing.
I was gonna say.
And he and his little, kidly friend disappeared pretty quickly. But here's the thing. I talked to him, which means I'm his alibi. So he thinks he's just going to be able to push me away, but what he really doesn't know is he desperately, desperately wants to be part of our pack, and I'm going to make friends with him.
He needs you now. Yes.
So, maybe I'll give I had some other things to talk about, but tonight, clearly, I only get about 30 seconds every time with him, so I have to pick and choose what I talk about.
So this bombing, I say kind of quietly, should we be concerned about it at all? Or is there anything we should do? Or
I'm going to say we lie low. We didn't really make ourselves known at the rack tonight, so we can't really claim like we were there. But, I imagine more ruckus this evening will not be good for us.
Yes, that's true. Well, I guess we'll let it be then and just...
I mean, we could go take a look.
Or we could just enjoy our night here.
Or we could definitely not get nosy and enjoy our night here.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. That's a responsible thing to do.
I imagine you spend the rest of the evening here. If you tune into any news, of course, dangers and police and firemen are pretty much all over where the rack is located. And the night goes by without much incident for the two of you, especially laying low. We'll say a couple days goes by before you have that call. And as you ring up Stryker, Ollie still has not returned. We're on day 3 or 4. Just keep that in mind. As you call, takes a few rings before he goes, "Oh, I almost didn't recognize the number. Hey, Ava."
Brett.
I dare not ask what happened the other night, but I can't help but remember it when I see your number.
I do apologize, Brett. I am sad that it had to happen because Dakota and I were really looking forward to it. But the two of us, our coterie is extremely busy. Things come up all the time, and unfortunately we had business to attend to, so we weren't able to make it.
Yeah, well, that's a damn shame. But wasn't a wasteful night. I met a very fantastic kindred at the bar.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. He was surprised to see me trying to get in. A guy named Artie. Says he knows you.
Oh.
We had a really good conversation. He seems like a very good guy, and I guess I'll just be blunt. He came home with me that night, and we're friends. I'm gonna help this guy out. He seems to need a lot of help, and I am here to provide assistance to anyone who claims to be a friend of Ava Heloise.
Oh. Well, Brett, that is very kind of you to take on that service for Artie. But, I think that Dakota and I would be able to handle it.
It's not like I kidnapped the guy. He came on his own. He asked.
Where is he now?
Actually, right now, he's out running me an errand, but he should be back relatively soon. You want me to pass along a message to you? I'm sure he'll be happy to hear from you.
Look, Brett, the truth is we need Artie to stay with us.
You need Artie?
Yes.
I've never heard you say you need a kindred in your life outside of the Loud Ones coterie. So why do you need this guy? He seemed like he was excited to get out of the area, check out the domain, check out Chicago beyond your domain. With me by his side, he's got protection.
Am I able to insight on?
Yeah, you can wits insight. You can't see him, so you're going to take a -1 penalty, which means you roll your normal pool, and whatever successes you roll, you take away 1. Okay. You can re-roll 3 of those if you choose, so technically it's 1 success.
Yeah, Actually, you know what? I'll keep it at.
Okay.
I'll keep it at that.
You can't tell.
Well, he is very important to me and my coterie. We're the ones that are helping him out, and we're helping him make a way for himself. So perhaps we can meet you tonight then with Artie. Oh, did Mathis freeze? Oh no!
It looks like
we lost him. Oh
no! Bye, Mathis. He looks very disgruntled, though. He's a disgruntled Brett.
He did. I know. I was scared. I was like, "Oh man, Brett's mad."
Have like permanent stink face on screen.
Yeah, he did. That was angry Brett.
Yeah. There we go. Sorry about that. The Zoom just crashed for no reason. My bad. What was being said?
I say why don't we meet you tonight?
Come on. I'm not going to fall for the same thing twice. You're going to leave me out to dry? I get it. I'm not your type. It's all right. Toreadors aren't, I like you, Ava. Let's not mix facts, but I ain't going to like bend my back and snap my spine trying to get you.
Of course.
There are gangrels filtering in and out.
Of course.
Good looking. I was thinking about talking to him, but he's hard to like pin down,
Well, where will you be tonight? I'm not expecting you to meet me.
Why do you care, Ava?
Because I want to see you, and I need Artie.
See, why do you need him again?
Maybe I'll tell you if we can meet.
I can just ask him.
Are you sure that he'll give you the truthful answer?
No, he'll probably give me the answer that'll best benefit him, but hey, that's what you're doing right now. So can you give me the reason you give a shit about this guy? He told me he has been sitting in this bar way longer than anybody should.
Again, if we have a meeting,
right.
Perhaps I can tell you more.
We'll have a meeting. Somewhere neutral. Just you and
Yes, of course.
Oh, well.
God damn it.
As the rack is kind of under lock and key at the moment as
our pub is always open and neutral.
I'm not going to step anywhere near where Ollie might be lurking.
Well, he's been gone on business for a couple of days. So
he's enough. That man could be in the corner and I wouldn't see him. So how about we meet somewhere else? Let's think.
Which is really nice now.
He's going to say no to anything that is your territory.
Of course.
I mean, we have the theater. We have the theater.
He poses. He's like, no. I'll meet at your place in the tower.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Safe. It is safe there. Yes.
You kill me, do anything you're not supposed to, it'll be on cam. So
I'm not going to kill you, darling. So don't worry about that.
All right. I'll be there in, what time is it now? And I'm just getting young. I'll be there in about 2 hours.
I'll see you then.
Sure thing. And he hangs up.
As I turn the phone, I'm like, Dakota. I don't even know if it.
She's like right there.
Okay, so Ollie's been missing 3 days. First up, did we hear from Damien?
Yes, okay. Damien is absolutely willing to
play,
perform at the party.
Dope. We didn't manage to get a hold of Jackson, I'm guessing.
It takes time to get a meeting with him. It's not that you've not gotten a hold; you just haven't gotten a response yet.
Oh boy. And Ollie's been missing a few days with no word.
About 3 days total, no word.
Dakota's beginning to get a little worried, which has made her a little anxious.
Yes.
As you are, maybe after she says, God damn it, or shit, as she turns around and Dakota is kind of going through like where Ollie could be. Because you're at the bar right now, too,
yeah,
right?
Like I'm trying to backtrack, but there's there's no cameras or footage or any of that. So
yeah, and the front doors swing open and in walks Haley.
Haley.
She's wearing sweatpants, a t-shirt, and you're not sure if she's taken a shower since she left. She kind of walks over to a bar stool and looks up with the tired look in her eyes. Oh, where's Ollie?
He's currently away.
Yeah,
On business.
he's been away. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know. I don't even know what to say, I guess. If anything, I wanted to walk out of here with at least a little more alcohol, but still.
Oh, hey, I've got a new skill. Watch this. And I break
What
open
do
a
you
beer
make?
for her. Nothing.
There
I
is
don't make anything.
No?
I open
Okay.
a beer for her using like the side of the counter, and like
Yeah.
pop it off. And I do not even make her drink. I pour her a beer.
As you pour out the beer and slide it over, she just immediately starts to take a big swig. I don't know. I guess you can't help me. I'll just go back home. And she gets back up with the beer in her hand.
Wait. We could help you if you tell us what you need.
I don't even know what I need. My life's in danger. You're vampires, which sounds fucking insane still. And Grant is a superhuman. And Grant in the kitchen's like, damn right.
I wasn't here when all this went down, Haley. I was out on business. Maybe we should start with, do you have questions?
Oh, God. I don't even know where to begin, yes.
Okay.
How long has Ollie been like that? Did I ever know him when he wasn't like that?
I don't think
Do I
he
even
did.
know who he is? Is his whole story a lie? Like,
Hey,
how old are you then? Like, and she takes a big chug.
okay, I'm going to answer all of your questions. Ollie is many decades older than he looks. You have not known Oliver Hopkins before he is the way he is now. That does not make him not Oliver Hopkins.
Okay.
I am roughly about 32 years old.
Oh my God, you're not a kid. You're
It's
older
okay.
than me.
Hey, it's okay. Everybody makes that mistake. That is not your fault. It's not really my fault either. And I want you to know that as overwhelming as all of this feels, Ollie told you because he cares about you.
That's the only thing I think I believe right now.
And I know Ava and I are very interested in making your safety and your peace of mind top of the list.
Yes.
Is it wrong of me to be pissed at Ollie?
No, it's valid for you to be angry and upset about this whole thing.
He offered me a job. He took care of me. He gave me a place, all while not telling me.
He was doing what he believed was right. You needed those things, and his personal...
I did need those things, but if I knew it was going to come along with not being able to get out of this life, I wouldn't have taken it.
Haley, in this very moment, right now, you can walk out that door and never return.
He said I couldn't do that.
Haley, I am telling you, you always have a choice.
Will my life be in danger if I just walk away?
No, never come back. Don't ever speak to us again. Don't even...
Volume.
You went silent again. What Dakota is saying is you could do that. We even have people that might be able to help make you completely unknown to the world.
Would I have to leave Chicago?
No. I think what I'm saying, Haley, is if you want to go back to your life, you can go back to it. But all those things Ollie offered you come with his baggage.
He didn't offer me anything.
You said it.
He just told me.
A job, an opportunity, all of those things.
Again.
I guess.
How can anyone fathom being brought into what he brought us into? If he was a criminal in a like,
it's
like black market's way, okay, yeah, I could get out. But how is anybody supposed to take in what he said and then say he thought he did what he did best? If he thought he was doing what he did best, he would have told me from the start.
There are a lot of things you don't understand, Haley, about rules that we have to live by.
If we told everybody, that would become a problem in and of itself.
And Ollie would have died. He waited until he thought you were ready. And it's okay if you're not and you don't want this. All you have to do is finish your beer, get up, and go home. Tomorrow, go find a new job, new friends, and just forget about us. But if you want to live with us, if you want to be part of this family, this is what you're agreeing to.
Mm-hmm. And we will always welcome you and be here for you and answer any questions honestly, if you want that.
She quietly reaches forward for the beer and then just kind of starts drinking it quietly to herself. Doesn't ask anything else. Doesn't say anything else.
Kind of pull back away, give her some space, and kind of go over to the corner with Ava. Because she clearly needs to think it through, and that's chill. I'm going to let her think it through.
As you walk away and kind of walk out of her eyesight, you do hear the kitchen door open as Grant steps out. And you do hear her go, "What about you? How long have you?" He's like, it's new. I've only lived like a couple of years. That's it. And then she goes back to drinking.
Oh, okay. Okay, we've been here in and out a couple days. Have we seen Artie? Because Dakota did have plans to try to get him a place to live.
No, you have not seen him. He's disappeared before. Usually he goes out hunting. Sometimes he doesn't come back right away.
I would like to leave him a note at this point. Like in the freezer, like somewhere I know he's going to see it. I'll even tell Grant that we're looking for him so that he can know. Because Dakota over 3 days would have tried to have found a place for him somewhere.
Absolutely.
We might have made things with Brett a little more complicated. He's not as dumb as I thought he was.
Oh, no, he's not dumb at all. He's just the perfect adversary. What did he do?
He met with Artie the night that he was supposed to meet us, and now him and Artie are buddy-buddy. Artie has told him that he's been stuck here for too long, and now Brett wants to help him.
Well, Brett can't help himself most of the time.
I know.
Artie will figure that out probably the hard way, or we can hook Artie up and assure he doesn't fall underneath Brett's disgusting net.
Well, I'm meeting with Brett in 2 hours, so if we are able to hook Artie up in the next 2 hours,
I've already got a place to kind of identify it, or at least some options for him, and I still want to introduce him to Jackson, but I've not seen the guy to talk to him about it.
Yes.
He's been under Brett's wing.
Should I tell Brett about Artie?
No, because then you're going to tell Brett that we were down there and all this
I know. It does.
And snitch.
I could just tell him.
Doesn't like to be snitched on, so the last thing we need is to get on his bad side. So my suggestion is, we just need to pluck Artie from Brett's disgusting little claws, and then it shouldn't matter. But if Artie starts spilling beans, we've got a problem.
Yes. All right. Well, maybe then I'll have to distract Brett tonight. And if you can get Artie a place, maybe we try to get in contact with him somehow. Then we can just take care of this, because I think we've complicated things more than we needed to. Of course, this couldn't be easy with him.
When he sent him back to the bar and let's ghost him, I'm like, Artie's coming back.
I don't even care. I don't even care.
No.
Dakota does it.
I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
Ava's pissed. Well,
yeah, he kind of,
Brett's not complying the way he should.
I leave that to you to make him comply. So, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I imagine if I show up, Brett's going to shit his pants, and then you're not going to get anything out of him. And I guess I could take to the streets and try to hunt Artie down, but I don't even know what the guy does for fun.
You would have to make a...
Streetwise?
I'm looking here. Is it streetwise or is it... Because like survival has tracking, but either one's a 1 dot. So I'm like, what's your survival versus your streetwise?
They're the same. They're both 3.
Okay, so it wouldn't fucking matter. So yeah, be one of those 2.
With what?
I would imagine wits.
Wits. Okay, I can make that. That's actually not the worst. Oh, that's not what I wanted to. Not the worst pool I have attempted to roll today, in fact. I will try to hunt Artie down, and I'm all fed up and have been for a few days, so I will actually rouse for this to add 2 dice.
Cool.
Okay, I succeeded.
Beautiful.
I think because we're inside the city, I'm going to go streetwise with this one.
Okay.
Everybody, here we go. Wits, streetwise me. Okay, perfect. Blink. I got a 5.
Wow.
I'm going to track that mofo down.
Yeah. We'll get to you then in a moment as we open on the ivory tower. Ava in her apartment, I'm assuming well before the 2 hours, so you're there first.
Mm-hmm.
And as you arrive, as you wait in your apartment, eventually, by eventually I mean basically on the 2 hour mark, exactly, there's
I will let him in.
As you open the door, there he is in his perfectly tailored suit with his shoulder length hair kind of moosed all the way back and slicked down. And he walks in with a smile and shuts the door behind him with his foot. Have I been here before? I cannot remember.
I don't think I've actually ever brought you back to my penthouse.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure indeed. Suite in the Ivory Tower is not something all Toreador get to enjoy.
Yes, I hope you like the decor.
I love the decor.
Can I get you something to drink?
Yes, please. Are you speaking wine or something else?
I unfortunately only have wine on me.
I'll take a glass of wine.
I will
surprise me.
Yes, I will grab him a fine red wine, and I'll pour one for myself as well.
Rouse check.
Cool.
You do not get any hungrier.
Okay.
And he sips the wine and has very small talk with you, meaningless nonsense to break the ice. Mm-hmm. But Ava, I imagine, will try to get to business.
Mm-hmm. Look,
so Brett. That's when I reached into his pocket, and it wasn't a pickle. It was ink.
Look, Brett, and she shifts her position a little bit and moves closer to him. I'm sorry about last night.
Last night? You are a Toreador. It's 2 nights ago now.
I'm sorry about the other night.
Strike one, Ava Heloise. Come on, you're supposed to be good at this. He shakes his head back and forth. Do I just make you nervous?
You do.
Good answer.
Not all of us. Look, the truth is, Dakota and I, we were being a little facetious toward you. We were not as willing to spend the night with you as we wanted to. I'm being honest with you because I do care about you.
Well, I appreciate the honesty. I guess I just wanted it so badly. I didn't see the obvious signs.
I know. And
she seemed like she was chomping at the bit.
Well, she was definitely chomping at the bit for something. Maybe just not what you might have wanted. And I wanted to apologize for that first and foremost.
Apology accepted.
Look, all the stuff with Artie, I know I was a little dramatic on the phone. The truth is he's an out-of-town kindred, and we're trying to help him out, and we haven't really...
Yeah, he said he hasn't been in Chicago since the 20s. That's crazy.
Yes. It's, a little complicated. We found him, and we're trying to help him out.
Where'd you find this guy? He hasn't told me. I've asked. So it's not my problem.
Outside of Chicago is where we found him.
Outside of Chicago. Oh, that's right. We did go to Madison.
We travel more than you think we do.
Sure.
Ollie busy right now himself. So we're pretty close to helping him find a place for himself here in Chicago. We were really working hard on this. Dakota was working especially hard on it. And I really don't want to take that away from her. I want her to be the one to see this through and help this kindred out. And I was just wondering if maybe you could just let us do that.
Like I told you, I'm not forcing this guy to do anything. He was excited to check out Chicago. I took him on a tour of the greatest tourist sites the city ever has. I showed him Lake Michigan, and he said it looked kind of the same. I brought him. I tried to bring him to the Painted Lady, but when I told him what the club was like, he said it wasn't his style. He's more old fashioned. Eventually, I found a place that night that we both could enjoy. The waitresses there are something to be seen, and it's a bar it's like one of those old timey places that's been around for decades. And apparently not this one, but there was a bar across the street from this one that he would regularly go to. So since that one's not there, he's going to this one and living, he's living I think he's being a little nostalgic. He's trying to get back to his roots.
Yes. Well, I do appreciate you showing him a night out, because I think he did need that, and I think it was good for him.
Yeah, I figured because he's a Ventrue, which, we have our differences. You know how they can be. They're all up their own fucking asshole. But this guy, he's all right. Maybe just because he needed the help. But I figured I'd introduce him to some of the others of his clan of the city since he's new to the area. And I was thinking about bringing him out tomorrow night. You want to come?
Oh, where do you have in mind, and what blue bloods do you roll with?
I don't run with or roll with blue bloods, but a good toreador has his dick in every pie.
God. All right. Sure. If you're going to take Artie out, I suppose I'll join.
I think they'd love to talk to you. I don't think you've really, I don't mingle with them often anyway, but your name has never come up out of their lips. So no, sure. All right. I'll take you along. You can be my date. You can make up for the date you ditched me on by coming out tomorrow night and pretending to enjoy the stuck-up nature of the blue bloods. All right.
All right.
We just gotta, suck their asshole a little bit. We'll have some. Honestly, their food is amazing, and they have some really, really high-end liquor. It'll be a fun night. Just gotta be a little bit kiss-assy.
I will wear my finest dress then.
Perfect.
And just, if you seem to get along with Artie, I'm not against you hanging out with him or something if you want.
Don't
but
get jealous. He is cute.
He is actually.
But he's got that old timey charm, 1920s swagger.
It is actually kind of cute.
It isn't rapturing. Maybe. We didn't get to have Dakota, but maybe. I'm just saying.
But I think that this whole thing with helping him out and everything, just let us take care of it, okay?
Listen, I'll tell him, I'll pass the message along. I'll tell him you're coming tomorrow night. You can talk to him. Again, he's a free man. I ain't going to force him to do anything.
All right.
He's not my prisoner.
Sounds good then.
A date tomorrow night, you and me, no Dakota.
For Dakota. It's a date then.
I'm extremely excited. Oh no, we can't do that tomorrow night. All right, next night. Tomorrow night's the party. You guys are throwing a party. I'm going to your party.
We did invite you to our
invite
party.
Me, and I'm going to be there.
All right, then tomorrow night.
Okay, that doesn't count though.
Tomorrow night party.
I will reschedule my meeting with the Ventrue. They'll absolutely hate me for it. And we'll the party is precedent. It takes precedence for me.
Of course.
Well, you guys throw some pretty decent shindigs.
We do. Baby chorus.
I'm telling you, you just need to incorporate one night a week where people get at least semi-nude, and you will triple profits instantly.
We are considering having different themed nights, like the Painted Lady.
That's a smart business decision. I'm telling you.
We'll take that one into consideration. Thanks.
Instead of having Safety Sunday, you should just do double sausage Saturday, Sunday. Bam. People in the Sunday crowd would just flock.
Yes, absolutely. I'll let Dakota know about that one. She'll add it to the list.
All right. I'll expect a no, but that's fine. Well, if that's all, and we've got the rest of the night ahead of us, I was thinking maybe you and I could go out, have dinner. It won't count towards the date you owe me. We'll consider it a second date before the first date. And then when we have our first date, we've already had our second, and we can just go have our third, and we know what happened with the third.
What about that kindred you have been wanting me to meet?
Oh, Portia, I wonder
is she available?
If you meet her in a couple of nights.
Could she come to the party?
I'll let her know. I'll definitely pass that.
She's welcome to come.
She's a very shy girl, very, very to herself, but I'll definitely let her know. I'd love to take her to a party.
Okay. Well,
but tonight, let's go have our second date.
I will join him.
I promise you the first date was so good that you were excited for the second date.
All right. Let's see how Brett spends his I don't know what night this is. This is Saturday nights.
Saturday nights doesn't take long. Off to the Painted Lady you go.
Oh God.
Sausage Saturday. He's in banana hammock mode completely. And he enjoys his night. Showing it off.
Any does he take any mortals with him?
Around.
Okay.
Not with you. And that's been something that held true every time he's hung out with you. He's never taken mortals home while the night was focused on you.
Okay.
On that, as the camera fades out, we hear the opening double doors of the movie theater, the setting up of equipment.
Wait, did I find him?
Oh, shit. Yeah, thank you. God damn it.
I was about to say, I better have found Artie.
No, yeah. Yes, you actually found Artie in a speakeasy.
Oh,
takes you a couple of hours to get there to find it, but eventually you do find him down drinking amongst what you assume are mortals. The territory he is in is Ventru territory, however. He's in the Lower West Side.
Knowing that, I would have probably put my blazer on and tucked my t-shirt dress into a pair of jeans. So I put on my Jackson look basically so that I'm not standing out too much. Or if I am, I'm respectfully doing it. And so, yeah, I'll scoot into this speakeasy and track him down. Is he hanging out with anybody specific?
No, doesn't look like it. He seems to be having very light conversation with the two guys on his left and his right. He's at the bar proper. And he looks like he's got like a glass of whiskey or something in a small glass that he's bringing to his lips and sipping. So clearly, Blush of Life has been activated on him.
So I don't have a whole lot of money, but I probably have enough money to buy
$12 cash.
Well, and my tips. My $2 in tips.
So you've got $14 in change.
Some change. So I imagine Dakota has enough to buy his drink.
So Dakota walks up to the bar.
Yeah, and I'll order him his drink and kind of ask the bartender to send it down to him.
As you order the drink and set some down, the bartender kind of cleans his hands. Yeah, can I just see some ID?
But it's for him.
Yeah, but you're buying it, right?
But
can you go into a liquor store as a kid and go buy booze for your mom?
Okay, I get it. Okay. I take my money and I put it back in my pocket and I walk down the bar to him, I guess. I don't want to interrupt his conversation. I'm not trying to make a scene.
When you get there, you can, as you get closer and you can hear it, it's like fluff conversation. It's just guys talking and him mostly listening as he seems to just kind of be taking it all in.
Dakota is so not a social creature. She's like, she will try to kind of cut down and slide near the group of them, and see if he notices her.
Oh, he does. He notices you very quickly.
Does he say anything?
He gives you a nod and then goes back to drinking his drink.
Dakota nods to him too and kind of gives him the head that's come here.
You see him you see his shoulders kind of droop forward and he quickly finishes what he's drinking and then slides it across to the bar and says, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right back. And he steps up and walks over. Hey.
I immediately put cash in his hand and I'm like, I can't buy your drink because I'm technically underage by all paper standard, but here's some money so you can buy yourself a drink. I want to say I am sorry for what I said.
It's fine, kid. It's fine.
No, I was mean. I should have been mean. That wasn't.
You can't help it.
Cool. Okay, I can help it sometimes. And here I am trying to do that. And I wanted to tell you that I have a proposal for you.
I'm listening.
Ava and I are hosting a party tomorrow night at the theater. Jackson, our employer, will be in attendance. His blood runs blue, too. I thought maybe meeting him and properly introducing yourself might be beneficial to helping you find that path you're looking for.
Sounds like a nice deal. I'll just be at the party tomorrow night and...
Cool. And I wanted to know if you liked, what did you call them back then? Pictures. Moving pictures. Movies.
Yes. I don't know if you remember, but I've been awake for a few years. I know what they're called
Right,
now.
right. I'm sorry. I guess what I'm saying is, do you like movies?
Good enough. Yeah, well enough.
I imagine you've got like maybe a taste for vintage, old school films.
I don't even the things I was watching, kid, didn't even have voices.
I mean, that's cool too. Silent pictures are hip. Again.
I just enjoyed even then I enjoyed them.
So I thought maybe, we could use your expertise on vintage matters, because the theater is going to be maybe running some movies. I'm a bit disconnected from the world in maybe like a different way, but I thought, you would have that old school touch and could help us maybe curate a couple nights of films. We could do like a speakeasy thing. Everybody can dress like you.
Are you offering me a job?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. How'd I do?
What's the pay? Are you offering me cash, or you just offer me a boon?
No. I mean, if you want a boon, I guess we could do it that way, but
I'll take a boon. Deal.
Okay, well, okay. If that is...
I will... What time do you want me there tomorrow night?
I don't know. We're going to set up and shit, so like, when you wake at dusk, come on by.
I'll be there.
Hey. Just... How are you doing? Are you ready to move out of the freezer?
Yeah, I'm very ready. I had someone show me around the city recently, and he's also going to introduce me to some people. So,
cool.
A guy named Brett, I think.
Really?
Seemed to know his way around Chicago, at least.
He does. There's no doubt about that, considering the fact he's an aspiring harpy.
Oh, he did come off as one of the roses.
Well, I'm glad, he could help you out, but, the block where the theater's at is in our territory or whatever. You could maybe, like, find a spot there if you were interested. We could hook you up with a space. Place to crash, maybe not a freezer.
I mean, I'm willing to take a look around. Brett's letting me crash at his place for right now, so it's been nice.
How's that?
He has a nice place.
Yeah. Has he come
you
on to
not
you
like
yet?
Now that you mention it, maybe
Yeah.
that's what that was. Strange individual. Been a weird night now. Never had a broad offer me a job before, so.
Well, times they are a-changing, my friend.
Yeah. I'm working on it. I mean, no offense.
No offense, just times they are changing. I want you to know that we appreciate you and your help at Ollie's Pub and the secrets that you keep about our coterie. And, we just feel like we could just help you out. You're right. We should have done better.
Listen, if you think I'm going to be running around like a loose faucet, spilling all your secrets to any ear that'll listen, then you don't know what Venture will like.
No. I work for Ventru. I'm fully aware. I think what I'm saying is
he cuts you off. He's like, I am appreciative of everything you did for me. It just went on a little too long for my liking.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, you are not beholden to us. I just want to make sure, we got your back.
So you're giving me, I still have permission then to hunt in your territory.
Yeah, I don't think that's changed.
I appreciate it.
Just, no messes, if you know what I mean.
He nods. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Cool.
He then gives like a slight chuckle to his own terrible, boring joke. Can I get you? Oh, wait, no.
I mean, they're going to card me.
Yeah.
Well,
I will, I'll see you at the party tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And he reaches forward and kind of gives you like a gentle punch on the shoulder.
It's great, Artie. You too. And I punch him back.
He grins and turns back to the drink. And orders him.
You're an okay fellow, Artie. I like you.
He just says thanks.
Dakota kind of turns and awkwardly walks out of the speakeasy like, the fuck just happened? Yeah. Now we can cut to the party.
And then as Dakota walks away confused, but satisfied perhaps?
Yeah.
Everything.
I didn't really try to read him or anything. I tried to be genuine, but it's hard. Dakota just doesn't people well.
Well, as you walk away, the camera pulls way back. And as it does, we fade to black. And we'll be back next week with episode 6 and a guest, I believe.
Yeah, we're going to have a guest next week. I can't spoil yet who, but we're going to have a guest for the party.
And a party.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Got to get the guest list together.
This is gonna
we
be
have an after show to go
do.
do.
Yeah, it's going to be a juicy one. So before we lose our energy, let's make those rounds real quick.
Yeah. Let's start with Ava, aka Miss Magitech. Where can people find you?
Hello, everybody. I am Tracy, also known as Miss Magitech on the internet, and that's where you could find me most places at Miss Magitech. I haven't been making as much content as I used to, but you can find me on TikTok, where I am spending most of my energy as of late to make cool cosplay content. I sometimes post Ava-related content there, so feel free to check me out at tiktok.com. Miss Magitech, at Miss Magitech on TikTok. And of course, Magi RPG, that's who I am in chat. That's where I play all my tabletop games throughout the week. So feel free to pop in there and say hi to us. I play similar character to Ava on Fridays, so I get to do back-to-back like bad bitches, and it's great.
It's awesome.
Yes. So yeah, that's me and where you can find me.
Fantastic. Dakota, aka Little Red Dot, where can people find you?
What up, everybody? I'm Little Red Dot. You find me where those little red dots are found. Right now, my whole life is pretty much Kobold Press and Pod by Night. So these are the best places to find me. But the only other place you can pretty much find me right now is over there on Unmade Gaming. That's the other place I spend a lot of my time. We just closed out actually an Alien game. A couple of you in chat mentioned it, so I want to thank you for watching that show because it is it's a bit of my baby. And Tracy's been a part of that show.
I have,
and Bub's
yes.
a part of that show, and we just closed out season 3 with an announcement.
Nice.
We'll be doing an epilogue mini-series. So an epilogue mini-series has come because we definitely left on a cliffhanger. So there's that, and I do a One Ring game over there. Actually, speaking of One Ring, I do a One Ring game over there on that channel on Thursday nights. So that's just another place you can check me out playing games. But, you know, I'm pretty much hard and fast right now on the Kobold Press train, so go check us out. Toot toot, Kobold Press.
Fantastic. And me, you can find everywhere. Beth Mathis or Mathis Games. Chilluminati Podcast is like my main thing. Me and 2 other nerds just talk about everything from ghosts, aliens, true crime. It's all well researched and lighthearted. And then basically here, Pod by Night and SOS are like where the rest of my energy is focused, and it has been a blast, and it's just been super fun. We'll be back. Yeah, and that's it. We'll be back next week. We're going to go do an after show. If you want the after shows, hey, head to patreon.com/podbynight. $5 to get you the audio. $10 will get you video. And you can listen to us rant about what happened today. On that, I think that's it. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, friends.
Bye.